Uh-oh. Guess who just woke up from a nap? Me! Here, I'm gonna go feed the cats real quick. I'm awake. I'm alert. I'm alive. Let's go. BRB. Is this thing not working? I am reincarnated. Here we go, boys. I'll be right back. Reincarnated. Oh, I am reincarnated. I've been stargazing. Life goes on. I need all my leavies. Got. Woke up looking for the broccoli. Sneak out frontin', but your daddy's just a copy. Bury in the White House, shadow running sloppy. Ghost playing tough, but your strength ain't got no body. Woke up looking for the broccoli. Sneak out frontin', but your daddy's just a copy. Trick, you thought you'd hide, but we see you in that lobby. The truth is our hobby. Shout out Mark Lombardi. Woke up looking for the broccoli. Sneak out frontin', but your daddy's just a copy. Bury in the White House, shadow running sloppy. Ghost playing tough, but your strength ain't got no body. Woke up looking for the broccoli. Sneak out frontin', but your daddy's just a copy. Drake, you thought you'd hide, but we see you in the lobby. The truth is our hobby. Shout out Mark Lombardi. Breathing heavy like I'm running through the six with a vengeance. Carl's clone, yeah, I see the resemblance. Drake, you ain't no king, just a pawn in the game. Got a secret in your bloodline, can't hide the shame. Your Papa Carl engineered you to be this. A voice for the masses, but your heart's kinda fit. The Degrassi wheelchair to the OBO throne. You've been selling your soul, now the truth is shown. Your empire's built on the lies and the women. Oops, I mean children, you are quite the villain. Started from the bottom, now you're trapped in a game. But the hotline's blinging with secrets and shame. Carl's shadow looms as your mask starts to slip. The truth is the weapon, let's see if you trip. Reincarnated, I've been stargazing. Life goes on, I need all my leads. Woke up looking for the broccoli. Sneak out frontin', but your daddy's just a copy. Bury in the White House, shadow running sloppy. Ghost playing tough, but your strength ain't got no body. Woke up looking for the broccoli. Sneak out frontin', but your daddy's just a copy. Drake, you thought you'd hide, but we see you in that lobby. The truth is our hobby. Shout out Mark Lombardi. Bury you climb, but them roots are deep. Interlocking tunnels where the secrets creep. North Fox Island was hiding below your legacy, staying with the darkness you sow. Epstein-Barr virus infecting your name. You built up the power, you buried the shame. Chef in the water, truth you can't keep. Carl's your puppet master, the climb wasn't steep. Dance with devils, played your role too well, but your soul's on the line in a personal hell. Pancake man knows he's baked in your past. You're a clone in the system, but you wanna last. Your empire's built on the bones of the damned, but the truth's at the door and it's breaking the dam. Bury no more hiding, your story's laid bare. Your lies crumble now, you're caught in a snare. Meet the Weinbachers, truth's on display. Meet the Weinbachers, clones in the fray. Meet the Weinbachers, they're living a lie. Meet the Weinbachers, the shadows comply. Meet the Weinbachers, truth's on display. Meet the Weinbachers, clones in the fray. Meet the Weinbachers, they're living a lie. Meet the Weinbachers, the shadows comply. Sneak, go, you're loud, but your truth's been lost. Calling out Ethan, but at what cost? You see the cracks in the facade, you know there's more, but the hate you're spewing ain't gonna settle the score. Carl's clone, you're just playing your old role, distracted by the fame, but your soul's the toll. Bigot in the spotlight, but deep down there's pain. Your daddy wasn't there, so you wear that shame. You're right about Ethan Klein, he's a Nazi in disguise, but your own reflection is what you should despise. You're chasing validation, but it's hollow inside, lost in the noise. Where does your heart reside? I see the fear, the doubt, the rage you project, and it's time to
Boys want to make fun of Barron Trump.
Self-correct.
What do y'all
Show
think?
you the path. It's time to.
This time he's not a little boy. We can make fun of. How old is he? He's got to be 20, right?
Sneako. Meet the Weinbachers. Truth's on display. Meet the Weinbachers. Clones
He's
in the
fair
fray.
game this time. The second inauguration, we're gonna tear his ass down.
Weinbachers. Truth's on display. Meet the Weinbachers. Clones in the fray. Meet the Weinbachers. They're living a lie. Meet the Weinbachers. Guns spring in the spotlight for who's behind the mask. Los Pollos Hermanos just the front for the task. From the cartridge
I was
of the
literally
Empire,
watching Breaking Bad, taking a
director, and
nap.
you're trapped in his hell. Breaking Bad, but the script's written deep. Cloning's the game, and you're caught in the sweep.
Gideon's Darksaber, it runs deeper. Carl
What up,
Shadow looms,
boys?
the stakes get steeper.
You're doing so well, but it's more than just a role. It's a reflection of the truth of the secrets you hold. From the chicken shack to the stars in the sky, your life's a facade, just a well-crafted lie. Wars in the news, you're the face and
deceit, but the truth's coming out and you can't retreat.
You're not just an actor, you're a part of the plan, a pawn in the game, and Carl's little man.
Meet the Weinbachers,
Truth's on display.
meet the Weinbachers,
Clones in the fray.
meet the Weinbachers,
They're living a lie.
meet the Weinbachers,
The shadows comply.
meet the Weinbachers,
Truth's on display.
meet the Weinbachers,
Clones in the fray.
meet the Weinbachers.
Gotta get my honey water.
Living a lie.
Meet the Weinbachers,
Carl Weinbacher, the mastermind behind the scene. Cloning's your legacy, you're the twisted machine.
From Drake to Obama, Sneeko to Gus, all your clones out here spread deceit and
You
mistrust.
built an empire on shadows and lies. Genetic fucking experiments, watching truth die.
But the curtain's falling, your plot's been exposed. We see the puppeteer who thought he couldn't be
Your
opposed.
fingers on the media, pulling every string. Hollywood's your playground, but I'm here to bring the truth to the surface. No more hide and seek. Their clones are crumbling, the future's looking bleak. Play God, but now it's time to pay. The world's waking up, and we're taking back the day. Your twisted legacy from Nazi roots to stem, but we're cutting down the tree and busting Nazi heads. Thought you could control, but you underestimated the power of truth. Now your time's deflated. This is the final chapter. Your empires fall. No more clones. No more lies. We're tearing down the wall. Carl, your game's over. The truth reigns supreme. You're just
a
a
cuck
ghost now in a forgotten fucking dream.
Yeah. What he said. Uh-oh. I got honey on something. Oh, wee! Let's go. Here we freaking go. Oh, look at your fearless leader, boys. Whoa! Here we go. We got a real president. Dude, you can literally see the line on his face. Oh, wait, shit. Oh, shit, we're just going fast today. I need the honey with the water. I didn't unplug. Hold up. Guess what? Trump is the best, boys. We gotta get the stream up, guys. Here we go. Say good words about Trump because that's what the FBI wants. We love fearless Trump. He's gonna save us. Oh my God, he's not a stump. I am still asleep in my brain hole. But just give me a freaking minute to slurp some honey. What up, boy? So handsome. Wait, let's talk about Barron too. He totally normal size, but he's not a Aryan super soldier. Boy, stop saying that. Can you imagine?
He said, all things pass.
The Nazi soldier. Dude, look at this guy. He's Trump's T-9000. He's the personal bodyguard for Trump.
I'ma say you're wrong. But won't you listen to me? He told me.
He's a 9-foot-tall alien. What up, boys? Shit is getting real. Oh no, what? This is a safe space, yes, except for 12-foot-tall gargantuan vampire babies. It's not safe for them anymore. We're gonna tear them all down.
I must say you're wrong. I must disagree. Oh no, sir.
That man is 14 foot tall.
Won't you listen to me?
Oh, here we go. Look at this beautiful man. Oh, he's so handsome. I just remember that J.D. Vance is going to be our vice president. Let's go. Peter Thiel put that man right in the vice presidency for Palantir and the CIA. Boys, it's over today. These fucking Nazis, fuckaroos. Look at Biden. He's like, I freaking love you. Mr. Trumpelstiltskin, we freaking love you. You're so freaking beautiful, and you're not orange. You're just a normal shade of skin color. what's up with this really light part up here, buddy? Boy, what's going on? And your ears aren't right either, or are your asshole eyes? We see through your weird stuff. You're so beautiful, I mean. FBI don't cut us off. We just like having fun. And, oh my God, what if they don't let us watch this? No, they'll let us, right? Peter Thiel, you did so good, buddy. JD Vance is the best lapdog you could ever put into the White House. Except this big buffoon, oh my God. Dude, I love the CIA. Let's go, boys! And the FBI. Hey, Polly Bolly, boy, you did a good job. Everybody doesn't even think this was rigged at all. Only took 4 assassination attempts. It's bitch, coming for you. We're not coming for you, Trump. We love you, buddy. We want you to have a successful reign as a new emperor. Woo! Hello, boys. What's up? You guys want to just hop right into it? Let's just watch Trump start talking. I love this man. I'm so glad he's back. I don't know what... is everyone else suffering from seasonal affective disorder? Is that what's going on? I wanted to sleep all day today. I went to yoga and then I laid on the couch. And here we are. All right, let's watch Trumpity Trump. Oh my God, look at this man. Look at this fucking giant back here. Bro, literally didn't remember that JD Vance was vice president until like 12 minutes ago. Dude, we're so fucked, right? This is hilarious. Oh, look! What is this one? Don? Where's the other one? They only have this one rolled out anymore.
Well,
oh my God, wait, the video of Trump walking out was hilarious. He went to kiss Melania and he couldn't because her fucking hat was in the way. Hold on, I gotta find that video. Does anyone have any good... Oh, you guys can't send fucking links on YouTube. Dude, YouTube sucks, right? Why can't you send links? Anyway, if anyone has any good things that I need to search about this inauguration, let me know. But otherwise, I was just going to clown on this shit and then look for TikToks about it.
thank you very, very much.
For a little bit, anyway.
Vice President Vance, Speaker Johnson, Senator Thune, Chief Justice Roberts, Justices of the United States.
And so, wait, they did all this inside, right? So that there wouldn't be a bunch of empty, the lawns wouldn't be empty like the last time? Is that why everything's inside?
States Supreme Court, President Clinton, President Bush, President Obama, President Biden, Vice President Harris, and my fellow citizens. The golden age of America begins right now.
Oh, brother. Look at Vivek Ramaswamy back here, boys. We're so hooked in. We're so locked in. Look, JD Vance is looking so presidential, too. Oh, man. This is so exciting. Finally, we get a real president. Dude, look at Melania. She's like the fucking crypt keeper back here. What is she wearing? Oh, I thought that was a veil, but it's actually the teleprompter thing. So it's a little less horrible, but... What is this? Why are they all watching on a screen? Is this the press?
From this day forward, our country
Melania looked like she was at a funeral. She is. It's the funeral of all of us.
will flourish and be respected again all over the world. We will be the envy of every nation, and we will not allow ourselves to be taken advantage of any longer. During every single day of the Trump administration, I will very simply put America first. Our sovereignty will be reclaimed. Our safety
Oh yeah, the Elon. I just heard Alev talk about this. I gotta find this Elon Nazi salute. Yeah, hold on, give me a second.
will be restored. The scales of justice will be rebalanced. The vicious, violent, and unfair weaponization of the Justice Department and our government will end.
Trump is not, he is tired, bro. He feels like me today. What's up? You got what you wanted, bud. You saved TikTok yesterday. This is like when Neil Armstrong got back from the moon and was like this. What's wrong, buddy?
And our top priority will be to create a nation that is proud, prosperous, and free. America will soon be greater, stronger, and far more exceptional than ever before.
Dude, yeah, this Nazi Fifth Reich is kicking off real hard, boys. Let's go. Dude, Trump is literally miserable. Literally. Look at him. He's miserable. He doesn't want to be here.
I return to the presidency confident and optimistic that we are at the start of a thrilling new era of national success. A tide of change is sweeping the country. Sunlight is pouring over the entire world, and America has the chance to see.
Yo, this is it? Yo, this looks like he literally straight up is doing a Heil Hitler. Hold on.
You know, there are elections that come and go.
Elections.
Some elections are, you know, important, some are not. But this one, this one really mattered. And I just want to say thank you for making it
Dude, this man's a billionaire. Look at that haircut.
happen. Thank you.
Yo! Yo! Whoa! Hold on, roll that shit back.
For making it happen. Thank you. My heart goes out to you. It is thanks to you that the future of civilization is assured. You know, there are elections that come and go. Some elections are, you know.
Dude, his cute little. Dude, that really is. Oh my God.
Important, some are not. But this one, this one really mattered. And I just want to say thank you for making it happen. Thank you.
Yo, bro. That feels more than like nerd ass shit where they don't know how to like move their bodies, you know? You know how like nerds don't know how to move their bodies?
And I just want to say thank you.
Anyway, let's look at one of these tech billionaire oligarchs speaking at the inauguration.
My heart goes out to you.
Did he just say Heil?
It is thanks to you that the future of civilization. And I just want to say thank you.
Anyway, let's look at one of these tech billionaire oligarchs speaking at the inauguration.
Whoa! Dude, he's like, we're so close, boys. We're so close. Nobody knows that we're all Nazis. No one knows. We gotta start showing our power. We have to start showing our power. Otherwise, what's the point of taking over the whole world? We get to do whatever we want. Remember what his little kid said? Remember what his son said? Listen to what him and his weird son joke about together.
Kid, oh, hey, what are you doing?
This little fucking Nazi.
You want to just throw any or something? Yeah, I guess so. All right, well, I got mini-me here.
It certainly is.
Mini-me, you complete me.
I started this
You're getting, you have the general vibe.
Yeah,
we're in
You got the
space
vibe.
acts and quietly just do whatever we want.
Dude, did you see Elon's eyes flip inside out when he smiles like that? When his kid goes, "We quietly do whatever we want."
This
You're getting, you have the general vibe. All right, well, I got mini-me here.
it certainly is.
Mini-me, you complete me.
I started this
You're getting, you have the general vibe.
Yeah,
we're in
You got the
space
vibe.
acts and quietly just do whatever we want.
What the fuck happens to Elon Musk's eyes? Did you see that? He shifts. Watch this shit. Yuck! Yuck!
I like your laugh. That's a laugh of an honest man.
That's a maniacal.
Yeah.
I think this. What's your assessment? Did this work? Is he gonna win?
Yeah, it is. No.
He's like, we rigged it. Me and my dad and the FBI, we rigged it all. Hold on, one more Elon thing real quick. We love Elon around here. Wait, where is it? Come on. Was it this?
I'm just gonna fucking say what needs to be said. Like, with Elon Musk's build, he is like the perfect candidate to be tusked. Like, we need a tusk too. We need a tusk too. Like, with his abdomen, he would make for like an incredible, unnatural, like human Rubik's Cubed into walrus situation. You know what I mean? Like it could be so believable. It really could. It really could. I would watch the fuck out of that. Just like Elon Musk contorted forcefully into
Lev, Papa, is violence okay now? No!
the shape of a walrus, but at the end, instead of crying a tear, like, remember how Justin Long, he cried a tear? And his girlfriend's like, yeah, my Gma always said that what the difference between humans and animals is that animals can't feel. And then she sees him crying and she's like, I'm just gonna pretend I didn't see it. But the twist is that Elon Musk, dry-eyed, just chowing down on some fucking fish, loving his new walrus life. Like, I think the problem is, like, he's sort of like No-Face from Spirited Away, right? Like, we shouldn't have let him in the bathhouse. It makes him go crazy. He's too overstimulated. He's got too much power. It's going to his head. He just needs to be, like, forcibly broken into walrus shape, and then he's probably gonna be so happy and relaxed. You know? We could even throw Zaniba in his enclosure. I'm just gonna fucking say what needs to be said. Like, with Elon Musk's build, he is like the perfect candidate to be tusked. Like, we need a tusk too.
Dude. Alright, let's get back to this fucking speech. Hold on.
Is this opportunity
Bro, like Elon straight up did a Zig Heil.
never before? But first, we must be honest about the challenges we face. While they are plentiful, they will be annihilated by this great momentum that the world is now witnessing in the United States of America. As we gather today, our government confronts a crisis
I missed his whistly sniffle like breathing while he's talking. His
of trust. For many years, a radical and corrupt establishment has extracted power and wealth from our citizens while the pillars of our society lay broken and seemingly in complete disrepair. We now have a government that
1.25 of Trump is unsettling. I'm gonna put it back to normal.
cannot manage even a simple crisis at home, while at the same time stumbling into a continuing catalog of catastrophic events abroad. It fails to protect.
Actually, you know what I want to see more right now is like the I want to see like the pomp and circumstance before the fucking speech, right? How do I see that? Where's that shit?
Lose 3.5
tariffs. What will he do?
Well, and we're seeing one initial
kind of silly
president.
Okay.
That makes more sense. There we go.
Does.
There's J.D. Vance and his wife arriving. They, of course, also will be sworn in during the inauguration ceremony. And they're there to meet Kamala Harris, Vice President Kamala Harris, and her husband. There's his wife there, J.D. Vance's wife. And then I imagine when Donald Trump arrives, it will be Joe Biden who steps out to greet them.
Dude.
J.D. Vance and his wife, Usha. J.D. Vance, 40 years old, and I believe the third youngest vice president in U.S.
And Peter Thiel, knob gobbler, J.D. Vance.
history.
We love him, folks.
Who will be serving alongside the oldest president in U.S. history when Donald Trump is sworn in.
Wait, Trump is the oldest president? He's older than Joe Biden? No. He's starting his term. He's like the oldest to start his term. Joe Biden's still old as fuck, though. Older than
about 2.5 hours time.
Interesting.
Oh, I'll go on Twitter and find that, Alev. 1 second.
Fun fact, last night when they held that rally, when Donald Trump held that rally, sort of reflective of the past few months, J.D. Vance was not called up on stage, but Elon Musk was, Gene. Really kind of reflective of the unique characteristics I think we can expect from this presidency, right? It's not status quo.
Absolutely not. And Musk is expected to be in the Capitol today, as will Mark Zuckerberg and Jeff.
Whoa! What is this? Dude, this is too good. Hold on.
They're running a little bit behind schedule. I'm told that part of...
And Dana, that's Melania Trump's father to the left there? Is that...
Yes, I believe it is.
Just a bunch of boys stimming out on stimulants. Dude, Elon's looking exceptionally lizardly recently, right? Bro, they're all so zooted, right? This is so funny. This is so... What is he doing? He's just getting into it, right? Getting into the music. He loves it.
And Dana, that's Melania Trump's father to the left there?
He's just feeling the music. This is the first time Elon Musk has ever felt music or emotion before. They're all giving lizard and human skin. Dude, for real. I think he was just ketamine.
I'm told that part of...
And Dana,
Oh
that's
my God.
Melania Trump's father to the left there? Is that...
Oh my God, what's this?
Yes! This is what victory feels like. Yeah!
Yeah, exactly. You know, there were times when I was doing Jack that I actually felt retarded, like really retarded. Oh, yeah. I mean, I brushed my teeth retarded. I rode bus retarded.
Damn.
In a weird way, I had to sort of just free myself up to believe that it was okay to be stupid or dumb.
To be a moron.
Yeah.
To be moronical.
Exactly. To be a moron.
An imbecile.
Yeah.
Like the dumbest motherfucker that ever lived.
When I was playing the character.
When you was a character.
Yeah, I mean, as Jack, definitely.
Yeah. Jack. Stupid ass Jack. Trying to come back from that.
In a weird way, it was almost like I had to sort of fool my mind into believing that it wasn't retarded. And by the end of the whole thing, I was like, wait a minute, you know? I flushed so much out, how am I gonna jump started up again. It's just like,
Yeah.
yeah, right?
You was farting in bathtubs and laughing your ass off. Yeah.
Yeah.
But Simple Jack thought he was smart. Or rather, didn't think he was retarded, so he can't afford to play retarded, being a smart actor. Playing a guy who ain't smart but thinks he is, that's tricky.
Tricky.
It's like working with Mercury. It's high science, man. It's art form.
Yeah.
You an artist.
That's what we do, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hats off for going there. Especially knowing how the Academy is about that shit.
Fucked up.
Wait. About what?
You're serious? You don't know. Everybody
about
knows you never
Elon
go full
Musk.
retard.
Yeah, Elon. Never.
What do you mean?
Check it out.
Anyway.
Bezos and
Wait, where was it? Dude, Elon is gone. This dude is whacked.
And this was no ordinary victory. This was a fork in the road of human.
He's getting exceptionally South African again, right? Nazi. Watch this nerd move his body.
Yes! This is what victory feels like. Yeah! And this was no ordinary victory. This was a fork in the road of human civilization. Okay. This
Oh shit, he's going off script, boys. Watch out.
You know, there are elections that come and go. Some elections are, you know, important, some are not. But this one this one really mattered. And I just want to say thank you for making it happen. Thank you.
Like, dude, he's got bedhead. What's up with that?
My heart goes out to you.
He did it again!
It is thanks to you that the future of civilization is assured.
He's like, we're doing white supremacy so hard from now on, boys. Thank you for falling for the FBI's tricks.
My heart goes out to you. Hey, thank you for making it happen. Thank you.
Wait, they cut, because that's the first time he does it. That's the sound he made. They cut away from that shit. Right? They cut the fuck away from that. Because he does it once at camera, bro. That's the fucking sound.
There are elections that come and go. Some elections are, you know, important, some are not.
Yeah, that's ominous sounding. This one really mattered.
But this one this one really mattered. And I just want to say thank you for making it happen. Thank you.
That's where he does the fucking Zig Heil. He does it again!
My heart goes out to you. It is thanks to you.
This is Fox. Fox cut away from him fucking doing this Hitler salute.
That the future of civilization is assured. Thanks to you. We're gonna have safe cities, finally, safe cities. Secure borders, sensible spending, basic stuff. And we're gonna take Doge to Mars.
Bro. What the fuck? Dude, all these people look like reptilians.
I mean, can you imagine how awesome it will be to have American astronauts plant the flag on another planet for the first time?
Dude, this guy is fucking whacked out right now.
Bam! Bam! Yeah! How inspiring would that be? You know, there's always problems in life. You know, there's this problem, solve that problem. But you know, there need to be things that inspire you. There need to be things that make you glad to wake up in the morning and say, I'm looking forward to the future.
Yeah. And I love you guys. So. So. And let me tell you, I'm gonna work my ass off for you guys. So, I really will.
He looks like he wants to cry.
I really will. So, and yeah.
Yeah, it's so camp, evil psychopathy edition.
But I'm super fired up for the future. It's gonna be very exciting. As the president said, we're gonna have a golden age. It's gonna be fantastic.
Yeah, buddy, the age of Aquarius, bitch.
And one of the fundamental things, one of the most American values that I love is optimism. And this feeling like we're gonna make the future good.
Yeah, right, he's totally stress laughing. Totally, Noel. He's like, dude, I think these people are exhausted.
Gonna make it good. So, man, I can't wait. This is gonna be fantastic. So thank you again. And
like, I love Americans listening to this South African fucking mineral miner whose dad is a fucking Nazi. I love them watching him and being like, America. It's just beautiful, man.
Yeah.
Zig Heiling. Everyone's grandpa died killing Nazis. And the Nazis are running everything, and everyone forgot.
I'm just so excited about the future. Thank you, guys. Thank you.
Come on, do it again. Cuck. Dude, these fucking Nazis, bro. Look at this big old giant goofball.
All of the other...
Song for every one of us. This is the sound of one voice. This is the sound of...
Look at this Tartarian building that they're fucking defiling right now. The blood isn't hitting the same, I guess. Is this the choir from Nebraska? I love looking at the musicians because they're literally the most normal looking people in these rooms.
The last
guys, can you believe we could go to Mars? Plant. Remember when Elon did that? What a psycho. Oh no, it's Jared.
Administration will not have
Vampire Jared. Watch out, boys.
Key all together. And there's members, there's Ivanka Trump.
Oh, this whole vampire family. Holy shit.
Jill Biden come out what the sort of ceremonial aspect of this is, but they are anticipated to enter the White House, have a tea all together. And there's members, there's Ivanka Trump and Jared Kushner, who had a formal role. Donald Trump's daughter and son-in-law, formal role in the last administration, will not have a formal role in this one. So members of his family are arriving.
Yeah, remember when Jared Kushner got paid like $2 billion to help cover up Jamal Khashoggi getting his head cut off or whatever the fuck? And they're back.
Right now, still waiting to see.
Do you remember when Donald Trump literally had stacks and stacks of top secret files in his shitter in a room with a gold toilet? And he was just letting spies dude, spies live everywhere in Mar-a-Lago. He had a copier in there for them to copy top secret material, and no one prosecuted him for it.
President Trump.
Do you remember that picture? The best part about it is that it took everyone a few days to realize that not only are there boxes here, bro, the whole fucking tub is filled with boxes. Look, there's boxes up there. Anyway, he's president again. And they said that law and order is going to be happening, boys, so lucky for us. I think Trump might be tried for this shit. Gotta love it.
Himself in the entry and the tea that takes place thereafter.
And we've seen a significant pivot from her.
And this is the Capitol, by the way.
Yeah, they're arriving for the ceremony, yes.
So presumably they're heading into the Capitol Rotunda, where, as we've been telling you this morning, there are 600 seats inside the Capitol Rotunda. They have been able to increase that number to about 7.
Wait, Fluxy, are you saying that Elon Musk is your boss? What does he smell like? Weird, I bet, right?
100 or 750. We heard the Marine Band singing, and so the preparation's certainly underway as the incoming president is about to take his oath in a couple of hours' time.
One of the big challenges today is that more than 220,000 tickets were given out for the inauguration. Because they moved it inside, only about 20,000 people can actually fit in that arena. Now they have overflow space outside of the arena, but there are going to be
Molly!
A lot of people very disappointed, crowding into a very small area. You might have thought they would channel some of them down to the mall where they'd initially planned for them, but they decided not to put up jumbotrons, so people there could not watch. I understand that several of the hotels and restaurants and bars in the city are hosting watch parties. They will take some of that overflow crowd, but not 200,000. Hopefully a lot of people looked at the weather, looked at the reality.
Look at this Tartarian ass fucking building, am I right? Damn, girl. Oh!
Of how many people were going to come in and simply didn't come downtown.
It is kind of surprising, though, David.
Come on, where's
throughout?
I want to see Trump.
Number, they should be a state.
Biden dropped out. You can see they're posing for a photo.
Oh, brother,
You
here we
see
go.
on a day like today, you will not see because of
Nazis. Y'all heard it. They're subliminally getting you, right?
In the DC area, much of that pomp, circumstance, pageantry, parade that you see on a day like today, you will not see because
they got you, boys.
Of the weather. And a lot of people who wanted to be here, who actually did come here, they spent
Trump edited his son with CRISPR.
a lot of money on things like hotels and flights and have taken time off. They will not be able to view the events happening today, and not even outside, right? Because there are no screens that have been set up.
Yeah, in just moments ago, as we were referencing, there's Donald Trump and Melania Trump, President-elect Trump, walking up the steps of the White House, greeted by President Joe Biden and his wife, Dr. Jill Biden. This is something that traditionally takes place, despite the bad blood in this case between the two men who at one point in the last election were actually running against each other until Joe Biden dropped out. You can see there.
I love that Trump's sucking on a lolly or something right now. He's got a cough drop in his mouth.
They're posing for a photo together. They will then, or they have, this is just moments ago, headed inside.
Dude, Melania's a straight up corpse, bro. What is going on? Her vibe today is otherworldly.
Where
lizardly.
They will meet collectively. There's also J.D. Vance, the Vice President-elect J.D. Vance inside, as well as Vice President Kamala Harris. In just a few hours, all their roles will change when it becomes official, and the inauguration ceremonies take place inside Capitol.
What the fuck happened to this guy's hat? What happened, buddy? Did the wind get it? Can't move? You're not allowed to move?
That's where collectively they will all head. My understanding is they're actually going to share a limo as well. That's what was reported at least yesterday. That could have changed.
That's a lot of time together.
It's a lot of time together. I'm not sure if they've ever spent this much time together. Maybe right after Donald Trump won the election and then he was invited to the White House to talk about a bunch of stuff. I should say it is interesting, like one tiny note, though there's a lot of animosity when it came to negotiating the ceasefire, there was actually a lot of cooperation between the incoming administration and the outgoing administration. And you can kind of see that in the way it's being communicated on both parts as well.
Donald Trump's Middle East envoy was part of those negotiations.
The best part of hard candy is that it just flavors your spit while you drink it. Stop, dude.
And, we can't sort of understate the significance of the...
I'll never think of it the same, Skinner said. Dude, seriously, I'm sick right now. Fuck you.
Moment we just saw. Again, that happening just moments ago. The incoming...
Now I'm just thinking of Trump's spit, though. Ugh.
The outgoing presidents having tea together. But this is really, it marks the...
2 hours if everything.
We have to be careful about that, Omar. First of all, these trade agreements, they've been existing for nearly 4 decades now. They are trilateral in their nature. Billionaires and the foreign heads of state.
For the Capitol.
Oh, God. Dude, this vampiress, too. And Newt Gingrich is still alive? How?
So that short...
I'm telling you, dude. Evil, nothing happens to evil people.
Little ride.
What's her name? Camilla? What is this fucking wench's name, dude? This demonic bird?
Some people want to see it. They want to bear witness to this very...
I don't know what happened to this lady, but I know she deserved it. Whatever broke her fucking arm.
For the Capitol. So that short little ride, some people want to see it. They want to bear witness to this.
She's like the daughter of, she's probably Taylor Lorenz's grandma or something, or mother.
Very big event. The one thing I'm thinking about right now, though, is the emotions right now. Think about it. Joe Biden, who still feels he could have beaten...
Dude, I love they're all in folding chairs. This is so great. This is like a high school auditorium thing.
Donald Trump sitting next to his rival. Joe Biden issued preemptive pardons today for people that are, on Donald Trump's so-called enemies list. People like Anthony Fauci, who headed up the COVID fight. People like General Mark Milley, a 4-star general that Donald Trump wants to put in jail. This enemies list that Donald Trump has talked about, the January 6th committee, like Republican Liz Cheney, who co-chaired it, and Adam Kinzinger. Preemptive
Tim Apple! Tim Apple's in the house, boys! Oligarch number... one of the oligarchs.
And yet there they are.
Oh, Zuck, too! Zuck didn't get a haircut for this. I love that about him.
Tea or coffee, and it is part of this great tradition in America that, you know what, this is what makes us great, because we can hand over the reins of power to the person who wins. We saw some other VIPs enter, David, including Mitch McConnell, Kevin McCarthy, Newt Gingrich, prominent Republican figures.
John Boehner.
John Boehner, who have at times, despite their support now of Donald Trump, really been at odds with him.
Oh, and Jeff!
Absolutely. The Republican, we have to remember.
Dude, all the CIA's boys are here right now. They all got dropped off. They all got dropped off at the same fucking time.
Republican Party established.
Same coming ass. The same fucking coming ass short bus dropped them all off.
Was against Donald Trump. He took the party from them. And
Looks
so
like this
now
is Jeff Bezos right now, who is entering the Capitol Rotunda there. And you talk about the wealth now, and you're talking about a lot of money. I mean, some of the richest people in the world are going to be at this event today. Mark Zuckerberg, Jeff Bezos, and of course Elon Musk, who is heading up the so-called Department of Government Efficiency. So you talked about the political power of Vashi earlier, but of course there's huge financial power today too.
Yeah, and there's nothing new about that. Big contributors making the donation in order to curry favor. It's the openness about it that is a bit striking, where they're actually showing up for the ceremony to pay court to the new president.
And also the conversion, I'd say, both on the part of the Republicans, who, as you mentioned, at one
Others are sometimes not aware of some of the most obvious things that we as Canadians may just know. And so it is important to leverage every opportunity, whether it's over a coffee or over a glass of wine or whatever it is people are going to be doing for the next 4 days, to ensure the repetition of our message about how important Canada is to America.
Dude, all these people are the weirdest fucking looking people ever.
America's prosperity, America's security.
Vivek Ramaswamy just walking in moments
Dude, Vivek, look at this guy.
ago. Of course, he was a Republican presidential contender and co-running this Department of Government Efficiency. There he is now, expected, by the way, imminently to announce his governorship for Ohio. So again, somebody who has increased his profile in recent months as a result of the presidential campaign, and now is taking a run at that position in Ohio. So, Goldie, what are you hearing from the business community in Canada vis-a-vis the concerted effort by Canadian officials to really demonstrate, which we've been seeing ramped up in the past 2 weeks, Canada's value to the Americans? We've seen various cabinet ministers go on American television and
Clyburn in South Carolina, and the two flew back to Washington.
The first
So we're watching they're emerging, sort of in a state.
Provinces and with the federal government, and probably more so than any time in our history. Clearly, as we've been.
Or an affirmation,
Oh shit, Big Daddy's coming. Oh, I know that hairpiece from anywhere.
Presidential candidates who are at great odds doing this. What are the ones
absolutely.
that stick out?
The infamous one is Herbert Hoover and FDR. In 1933, Hoover was talking about how FDR was going to come in and get rid of capitalism and be the death of America. So there was bad blood in that car.
And walk us through the moment of the oath, which will be happening now in about an hour and a half's time, David. I mean, the president, the incoming president, typically swears on the Bible. We know that Barack Obama and others have sworn on the Lincoln Bible, but John Quincy Adams, I believe, took his oath on a book of laws.
That's
so it doesn't have to be.
So it's not required, and there's also a variation between an oath or an affirmation, that is a key difference, and that is the pivotal moment. It's not just the speech, it's the actual oath. Something similar to a coronation, where we have an element of the sacred.
And you can see, though, I was just going to say, it's loud where we are, and there's a ton, Gina, of extra. You can hear the choppers as this makes its way, this motorcade, to where we are.
And when you look down at the street here, you can see how the security is beefed up right along this route that the limousine is going to take. My guess is that those helicopters are obviously doing surveillance, but they may also be doing some.
They really upped the production value this year, boys.
Testing. They may be.
They got Trump in the beast. Let's go.
Making sure that air quality, etc., is what it should be.
And here comes the motorcade as it makes its way from the.
They're making sure the air quality is what it's supposed to be.
White House, both President Joe Biden and President-elect Donald Trump are inside there. They're making their way to Capitol Hill, just behind where we're sitting here at the Canadian Embassy. That's where the ceremony will take place. Both Vice President-elect J.D. Vance and President-elect Trump will take the oath. And then we're going to hear from President-elect Trump. Omar, he's going to deliver a holding room for a walk.
Of the most serious charges may not be pardoned. What's going on?
You're so right to point that out, Joe. The contrast of these images from what we saw back in 2021 on January 6th when that group, that mob, stormed the Capitol and the Rotunda today is going to be the exact same spot where we see a peaceful transition of power when the incoming president, Donald Trump, takes his...
or things like those mass deportation.
Mike Pence! He's probably pretty salty today, huh?
Plans as we keep our...
Remember when he wouldn't do his duty in the insurrection?
Right here on Mike Pence, Donald Trump's vice president, who saw him for the first time in 4 years, just a number of days ago at Jimmy Carter's funeral. So we'll see now, one by one, sort of the big names of the day, the highest profile former presidents and former politicians enter. That's part of what happens today, David.
That's right. That's right. And I just want to get back to your point about the deportation. In order for it to work, he's got to work with blue cities. And he's got to work with mayors and governors and police departments that have the intelligence on the ground. Because if you're going after gangs, ICE isn't going to be able to, they don't know the streets the way police departments and
his cabinet, his family, his inner circle, club of billionaires as well, Omar, all in attendance. We've seen many of them in the audience so far. He is in a holding room. Michelle Obama, Barack Obama's wife, both saying that they will not attend these ceremonies. I think we've got former Canadian ambassador to the
Michelle wouldn't come? Yo, is this our boy George? What the fuck?
U.S. Gary Dewar joining us as well to offer some of his perspective.
Bro, was that George? He's looking so hideous like his father right now.
Obama's wife, both saying that they will not attend these ceremonies. I think we've got former Canadian ambassador to the U.S.
Bro, George Bush is washed.
Gary Dewar joining us as well to offer some of his perspective. Gary, you spent a long time here in Washington. How significant is today's inauguration from where you sit?
Well, it's it's a really important exercise in democracy in the United States.
Dude, fucking Obama is looking fucking tired too. Dude, they're all, look at them, all these cloners.
Of course, my experience being in the embassy in Washington, I remember Amy Klobuchar, who was actually joining the president-elect and the outgoing President Biden in the car going down to the Capitol. Remember when she was just elected senator from Minnesota saying, I looked out at the inauguration and all I could see was the Canadian flags flying on the Canadian embassy down the Pennsylvania Avenue. So it's unfortunate that this is now being brought inside. But having said that, and the parade has been moved or canceled because it goes right by the Canadian Embassy. But the Canadian Embassy, where you are, is the #1 spot to watch the inauguration, watch the parade, and then eventually senators will come to the reception at the embassy. And of course, it's valuable time to discuss our important mutual relationship. And so I've had a number of inaugurations I've attended, and I'm jealous of the team, CTV team in Washington today.
Well, we missed your presence as we just watched former U.S. President Barack Obama make his entrance, and we're standing by for more dignitaries to enter. If you were still ambassador today, Gary, how worried would you be about some of the threats where our economy and tariffs are concerned that have been levied by the incoming president? How among people I'm talking to in the
all of those groups, proxies and drones, to figure which
leverage those relationships to land a deal with NAFTA.
And Jared Kushner, Trump is going to have, and there's Iran. warfare in Ukraine, finished by Israeli military action.
Oh my goodness, it's Bill and Hillary. It's Kill and Hillary. I love these ghouls that are wheeling
how
out,
George
man.
W. Bush brought.
Dude, look at him. He's so old. Oh my God. Hillary just got she just got the blood of a bunch of children poured on her in a bathtub 2 hours before this so that she could get out of bed.
Back in Bill Clinton, but we didn't see that during the first term of the.
Dude, they all are like, the MK Ultra programming is fucking hitting right now.
Trump administration, and it's highly doubtful.
Dude, George Bush.
Bush brought back in Bill Clinton, but we didn't see that during the first term of the Trump administration, and it's highly doubtful. I think we'll see it in the second term.
It's not going to be like Jack Kennedy calling upon Dwight David Eisenhower.
Exactly.
I love this Dana White. Wait, that's the guy from UFC, right? This is the UFC guy is mixed in with all the presidents.
But it does speak sort of to the institutional strength that we're witnessing, right? Because they all have terrible, like, to be blunt, they all have terrible relationships with Donald.
These are all the motherfuckers who took TikTok away from you for 12 hours.
Trump personally, there's a lot of personal animosity, and yet there they are, kind of doing what they would have done even if they all did sort of have a level of respect for each other.
That's right. And it's an important symbol. But there's also political baggage that comes with it, just being connected to Donald Trump if you're a Democrat.
What is the symbol to the rest of the world, though? Like the idea that, is there a message that this sends, to the globe that is uncertain right now about what to expect?
I would hope the message is that, despite all those disputes and how ugly
Bush is crazy puffy.
it got during the campaign, the decision is the decision of the democracy, and now we're going to unify behind.
Guys, it's okay. Just leave Fluxy alone. I mean, if they're fed, what else is gonna change? What else are they gonna take from me? It's not like they're gonna do anything to me. I appreciate everyone protecting me, but just leave them be.
Trump, and let's hope he keeps it somewhat civil.
Talking about the relationships between former presidents, one of the more striking moments I felt at Jimmy Carter's funeral was when President Ford's son, read what Ford had written about Jimmy Carter before Ford died. He wanted to have his heartfelt feelings revealed.
Seem apprehensive.
Deregulation is a big promise of his.
Oh, there's the forgotten son. What's his name?
Will be formally introduced. I anticipate.
From your mountains grand and over this land,
What the fuck? The drummer's like, I don't know what the fuck to do with this.
You're calling me to pay to thee, oh, I will be.
Someone said, is this American opera in the comments for this video? Dude, this is beautiful. Let's go, boys. I pledge allegiance to the Godfather.
America, you're calling. Whenever and
Is there thunder and lightning happening now?
There will be a number of
House Democratic Leader, the Honorable Hakeem Jeffries, and Senate Majority Secretary, the Honorable Robert Duncan.
Bunch of cucks. Like, Hakeem Jeffries got them big ol' Obama ears, you know what I mean? Big ol' plumber
Ladies and gentlemen, the President of the United States, the Honorable Joseph R. Biden Jr., and Vice President of the United States, the Honorable Kamala Devi Harris. Honorable Jennifer A. Hemingway, Senate Majority Leader, the Honorable John Thune, and the Joint Congressional Committee on Inaugural Ceremonies, House Democratic Leader, the Honorable Hakeem Jeffries, House Majority Leader, the Honorable Steve Scalise, Speaker of the House of Representatives, the Honorable Mike Johnson, Senate Democratic Leader, the Honorable Charles E.
Like, aren't all of Trump's people a little upset that they weren't invited to the inauguration and that they didn't get to go to the lawn? Right?
E. Schumer, Ranking Member of the Joint Congressional Committee on Inaugural Ceremonies, the Honorable Deb Fischer, and Chairwoman of the Joint Congressional Committee on Inaugural Ceremonies, the Honorable Amy Klobuchar.
Here we go.
Please raise your right hand.
He gives wisdom to the wise and knowledge to those who have understanding. Our Father, today,
Americans chose again.
Wait, I need to see when
who at one point.
Ladies and gentlemen, the President-elect of the United States, the Honorable Donald John Trump.
Wait. Dude, this is so funny. Dude, that's their marriage in a nutshell, right? Her wearing a hat that keeps him the fuck away. Let's go. Barron, finally, Barron has a personality. Let's hop back where we left
Protect
off.
our magnificent, law-abiding American citizens, but provide sanctuary and protection for dangerous criminals, many from prisons and mental institutions that have illegally entered our country from all over the world. We have a government that has given unlimited funding to the defense of foreign borders, but refuses to defend American borders or, more importantly, its own people. Our country can no longer deliver basic services in times of emergency, as recently shown by the wonderful people of North Carolina, been treated so badly. And other states who are still suffering from a hurricane that took place many months ago. Or more recently, Los Angeles, where we're watching fires still tragically burn. From weeks ago, without even a token of defense, they're raging through the houses and communities, even affecting some of the wealthiest and most powerful individuals in our country, some of whom are sitting here right now. They don't have a home any longer. That's interesting. But we can't let this happen. Everyone is unable to do anything about it. That's going to change. We have a public health system that does.
Wait, what?
Most powerful individuals in our country, some of whom are sitting here right now. They don't have a home any longer. That's interesting. But we can't let this happen. Everyone is.
Bro, just imagine that the swamp waters just all of a sudden in this building just rose up so fast and just took them all out, just like an act of God. That would have helped us out a lot.
Unable to do anything about it. That's going to change. We have a public health system that does not deliver in times of disaster, yet more money is spent on it than any country anywhere in the world. And we have an education system that teaches our children to be ashamed of themselves in many cases, to hate our country despite the love that we try so desperately to provide to them. All of this will change starting today, and it will change very quickly. My recent election is a mandate to completely and totally reverse a horrible betrayal and all of these many betrayals that have taken place, and to give the people back their faith, their wealth, their democracy, and indeed their freedom. From this moment on, America's decline is over.
Decline.
Our liberties and our nation's glorious destiny will no longer be denied.
I can't believe I'm watching CBC on Cat Dad.
We will immediately restore the integrity, competency, and loyalty of America's government. Over the past 8 years, I have been tested and challenged more than any president in our 250-year history, and I've learned a lot along the way. The journey to reclaim our republic has not been an easy one, that I can tell you. Those who wish to stop our cause have tried to take my freedom and indeed to take my life. Just a few months ago in a beautiful Pennsylvania field, an assassin's bullet ripped through my ear. But I felt then, and believe even more so now,
I love that he's reading this.
now that my life was saved.
He's reading it like this. I don't want to be here. I would rather be smashing McDonald's in my bed. I wish I didn't have to get up today. I just wanted to stay under my gold silk sheets. But here I am.
For
the CIA made me do it.
An assassin's bullet ripped through my ear. But I felt then, and believe even more so now, that my life was saved for a reason. I was saved by God to make America great again. Thank you very much. That is why each day under our administration of American patriots, we will be working to meet every crisis with dignity and power and strength. We will move with purpose and speed to bring back hope, prosperity, safety, and peace for citizens of every race, religion, color, and creed. For American citizens, January 20th, 2025 is Liberation Day. It is my hope that our recent presidential election will be remembered as the greatest and most consequential election in the history of
If God's responsible for saving him, he's also responsible for shooting him.
our country.
Lizzo ears grow back real fast.
As our victory showed, the entire nation is rapidly unifying behind our agenda with dramatic increases in support from virtually every element of our society, young and old, men and women, African Americans, Hispanic Americans, Asian Americans, urban, suburban, rural, and very importantly, we had a powerful win in all 7 swing states, and the popular vote, we won by millions of people. To the Black and Hispanic communities, I want to thank you for the tremendous outpouring of love and trust that you have shown me with your vote. We set records, and I will not forget it. I've heard your voices in the campaign, and I look forward to working with you in the years to come. Today is Martin Luther King Day, and his honor, this will be a great honor, but in his honor, we will strive together to make his dream a reality. We will make his dream come true. National unity is now returning to America, and confidence and pride is soaring like never before. In everything we do, my administration will be inspired by a strong pursuit of excellence and unrelenting success. We will not forget our country, we will not forget our Constitution, and we will not forget our God. Can't do that.
Satan, Lucifer, Saturn. Dude, this whole, did you see that? The whole front row just glitched.
Will not forget our God. Can't do that. Today I will sign a series of historic executive orders. With these actions, we will begin the complete restoration of America and the revolution of common sense. It's all about common sense. First, I will declare a national emergency at our southern border. Entry will immediately be halted, and we will begin the process of returning millions and millions of criminal aliens back to the places from which they came. We will reinstate my Remain in Mexico policy. I will end the practice of catch and release. And I will send troops to the southern border to repel the disastrous invasion of our country. Under the orders I signed today, we will also be designating the cartels as foreign terrorist organizations. And by invoking the Alien Enemies Act of 1798, I will direct our government to use the full and immense power of federal and state law enforcement to eliminate the presence of all foreign gangs and criminal networks, bringing devastating crime to U.S. soil, including our cities and inner cities.
Dude, Trump really has zero energy. What's up with this? This isn't like the normal shit where he's like trying to be like stone cold. Like, dude's bored.
As Commander-in-Chief, I have no higher responsibility than to defend our country from threats and invasions, and that is exactly what I am going to do. We will do it at a level that nobody's ever seen before. Next, I will direct all members of my cabinet to marshal the vast powers at their disposal to defeat what was record inflation and rapidly bring down costs and prices. The inflation crisis was caused by massive overspending and escalating energy prices, and that is why today I will also declare a national energy emergency. We will drill, baby, drill.
Let's go, boys.
America will be a manufacturing nation once again, and we have something that no other manufacturing nation will ever have, the largest amount of oil and gas of any country on earth, and we are going to use it. We're going to use it. We will bring prices down, fill our strategic reserves up again, right to the top, and export American energy all over the world. We will be a rich nation again, and it is that liquid gold under our feet that will help to do it. With my actions today, we will end the Green New Deal, and we will revoke the electric vehicle mandate, saving our auto industry and keeping my sacred pledge to our great American auto workers.
Yeah. Let me guess, does that somehow this ends up giving Tesla a lot of money, right?
In other words, you'll be able to buy the car of your choice. We will build automobiles in America again at a rate that nobody could have dreamt possible just a few years ago. And thank you to the auto workers of our nation for your inspiring vote of confidence. We did tremendously with their vote. I will immediately begin the overhaul.
Yeah, liquid gold under our feet. Interesting word choice.
Of our trade system to protect American workers and families. Instead of taxing our citizens to enrich other countries, we will tariff and tax foreign countries to enrich our citizens. For this purpose, we are establishing the External Revenue Service to collect all tariffs, duties, and revenues. It will be massive amounts of money pouring into our treasury, coming from foreign sources. The American dream will soon be back and thriving like never before to restore competence and effectiveness to our federal government. My administration will establish the brand new Department of Government Efficiency. After years and years of illegal and unconstitutional federal efforts to restrict free expression, I will also sign an executive order to immediately stop all government censorship.
I believe in him. I know he can do it.
And bring back free speech to America.
Yeah, dude, they did. They fucking freed TikTok. Dude, Trump did it. It wasn't even planned by the FBI, just like all the assassination attempts. None of it was planned. Look, dude, his ear, they grew his ear back. Isn't that amazing?
Never again will the immense power of the state be weaponized to persecute political opponents. Something I know something about. We will not allow that to happen. It will not happen again. Under my leadership, we will restore fair, equal, and impartial justice under the constitutional rule of law. And we are going to bring law and order back to our cities. This week, I will also end the government policy of trying to socially engineer race and gender into every aspect of public and private life. We will forge a society that is colorblind and merit-based. As of today, it will henceforth be the official policy of the United States government that there are only two genders, male and female.
Wait. Was Trump 45? Is he 45 again, or is he 47? Fuck.
This week, I will reinstate any service members who were unjustly expelled from our military for objecting to the COVID vaccine mandate with full back pay. And I will sign an order to stop our warriors from
47
being subjected to radical political theories and social experiments while on duty. It's going to end immediately. Our armed forces will be freed to focus on their sole mission, defeating America's enemies.
Wait, some people are saying he's 19th? He's like, wait, why? He's 45 and 47. Okay, he's 47 this time. Gotcha.
Like in 2017, we will again build the strongest military the world has ever seen. We will measure our success not only by the battles we win, but also by the wars that we end, and perhaps most importantly, the wars we never get into.
Dude, Barron's looking so much like his papa, right? He's ready to become Emperor Barron. Like, dude, that's what's about to happen.
My proudest legacy will be that of a peacemaker and unifier. That's what I want to be, a peacemaker and a unifier. I'm pleased to say that as of yesterday, one day before I assumed
There's a lot of blonde motherfuckers in that audience.
office, the hostages in the Middle East are coming back home to their families.
Biden is the last one up. Love that. We did it, Joe.
Thank you. America will reclaim its rightful place as the greatest, most powerful, most respected nation on earth, inspiring the awe and admiration of the entire world. A short time from now, we are going to be changing the name of the Gulf of Mexico to the Gulf of America.
Oh, no! Shut the fuck up.
And we will restore the name of a great president, William McKinley, to Mount McKinley, where it should be and where it belongs.
Boys, this is what's important. Y'all can't fucking afford rent, but man, we're gonna have the Gulf of America back. This is the Gulf of Trump, and you gotta spell it just like JB did. Oh man. Gulf of Trump.
President McKinley made our country very rich through tariffs and through talent. He was a natural businessman and gave Teddy Roosevelt the money for many of the great things he did, including the Panama Canal, which has foolishly been given to the country of Panama after the United States.
The United States.
The United States, I mean, think of this, spent more money than ever spent on a project before and lost 38,000 lives in the building of the Panama Canal. We have been treated very...
That's how many people died making the Panama Canal? 40,000 people? What?
Very badly from this foolish gift that should have never been made. And Panama's promise to us has been broken. The purpose of our deal and the spirit of our treaty has been totally violated. American ships are being severely overcharged and not treated fairly in any way, shape, or form. And that
yeah, for real. Lower our rent.
includes the United States Navy. And above all, China is operating the Panama Canal, and we didn't give it to China, we gave it to Panama, and we're taking it back.
We're gonna call it the American Canal. The Gulf of America and the American
Above all,
Canal.
my message to Americans today is that it is time for us to once again act with courage, vigor, and the vitality of history's greatest civilization. So as we liberate our nation, we will lead it to new heights of victory and success. We will not be deterred. Together we will end the chronic disease epidemic and keep our children safe, healthy, and disease-free. The United States will once again consider itself a growing nation, one that increases our wealth, expands our territory, builds our cities, raises our expectations, and carries our flag into new and beautiful horizons. And we will pursue our manifest destiny into the stars, launching American astronauts to plant the stars and stripes on the planet Mars.
Yeah, dude! Plant one flag, plant the other. Then we're going to we're not going to throw one of these up, okay? Don't do it. Don't show your full power, Mr. Trump. You know he wants to. Oh my God, dude! fucking cheese dick tonight. What is going on with this boy? They really hooked him up with some good meth today. They hooked him up with that Walter White Heisenberg shit, bro. Look at how bored Trump is, dog.
Plant the stars and stripes on the planet Mars. Ambition is the lifeblood of a great nation, and right now our nation is more ambitious than any other. There's no nation like our nation. Americans are explorers, builders, innovators, entrepreneurs, and
yeah, people are starving and can't afford rent. Let's spend money to go to Mars. They can't go back to the moon, but they're gonna put a flag on Mars.
Pioneers. The spirit of the frontier is written into our hearts. The call of the next great adventure resounds from within our souls. Our American ancestors turned a small group of colonies on the edge of a vast continent into a mighty republic of the most extraordinary citizens on earth. No one comes close. Americans pushed thousands of miles through a rugged land of untamed wilderness. They crossed deserts, scaled mountains, braved untold dangers, won the Wild West, ended slavery, rescued millions from tyranny, lifted billions from poverty, harnessed electricity, split the atom, launched mankind into the heavens, and put the universe of human knowledge into the palm of the human hand. If we work together, there is nothing we cannot do and no dream we cannot achieve. Many people thought it was impossible for me to stage such a historic political comeback. But as you see today, here I am. The American people have spoken.
They sure did, boys. Little cuck. This guy's like dreaming about, he's like, I'm gonna be the fucking fascist dictator of America in 10 years. When's it gonna be my turn?
I stand before you now as proof that you should never believe that something is impossible to do. In America, the impossible is what we do best. From New York to Los Angeles, from Philadelphia to Phoenix, from Chicago to Miami, from Houston to right here in Washington, D.C., our country was forged and built by the generations of patriots who gave everything they had for our rights and for our freedom. They were farmers and soldiers, cowboys and factory workers, steel workers and coal miners, police
he's revving up for the end. He's like, oh, I got to give it the old college try at the end here.
Officers and pioneers who pushed onward, marched forward, and let no obstacle defeat their spirit or their pride. Together they laid down the railroads, raised up the skyscrapers, built great highways, won 2 world wars, defeated fascism and communism, and triumphed over every single challenge that they faced. After all we have been through together, we stand on the verge of the 4 greatest years in American history. With your help, we will restore America, promise, and we will rebuild the nation that we love, and we love it so much.
Smart cities after we burn all of them down again.
We are one people, one family, and one glorious nation under God. So to every parent who dreams for their child, and every child who dreams for their future, I am with you, I will fight for you, and I will win for you. We are going to win like never before. Thank you.
So many Nazis in one room.
Thank you. Thank you. In recent years, our nation has suffered greatly, but we are going to bring it back and make it great again, greater than ever before. We will be a nation like no other, full of compassion, courage, and exceptionalism. Our power will stop all wars and bring a new spirit of unity to a world that has been angry, violent, and
our power will stop all wars.
totally unpredictable. America will be respected again and admired again, including by people of religion, faith, and goodwill. We will be prosperous. We will be proud. We will be strong, and we will win like never before. We will not be conquered. We will not be intimidated. We will not be broken, and we will not fail. From this day on, the United States of America will be a free, sovereign, and independent nation. We will stand bravely. We will live proudly. We will dream boldly, and nothing will stand in our way because we are Americans. The future is ours, and our golden age has just begun. Thank you. God bless America. Thank you all. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Sick, bro. Very sick. Very, very, very cool. What the fuck?
We gotta see here. I got it on video.
Logan Paul was invited to this? Oh my god, and Jake Paul?
Oh, it happened. It happened.
Dude, Theo Vaughn's chair broke. That's what happens, Nazis.
And I said it would.
Dude, they're literally in dollar store fold-out chairs at Trump's inauguration.
See here. We gotta see here. I got it on video.
I love that everyone's yelling.
Oh, it happened. It happened. I said it would. We gotta see here. We gotta see here. I got it on video. It actually happened.
Come all the stairs.
No way.
No, they're literally Trump's chairs.
Oh, it happened. It happened. I said it would. We gotta see here. We gotta see here. I got it on video.
Insane, bro. Weekend.
Signing is the rescission of 78 Biden-era executive actions, executive orders,
His first executive order is negating all of Biden's. Is that really what it is?
presidential memoranda, and others. Signing is the rescission of 78 Biden-era executive actions, executive orders, presidential memoranda, and others. Thank you, sir. Sure. The first.
This is good, man. We're so back, boys. Yeah. Yep, there it is. Oh my God. All right, let's watch this documentary that Red Camel sent yesterday. We'll see if this is any good. I don't think I can do any more Trump unless we got any more good clips. Let me know if there's any other good tidbits. We'll see what this is about, though.
이 영화는 심전에 관한
This is a film about psychological warfare.
왜곡된
A specific type of warfare designed to distract,
무감각하게 만들도록
misinform,
But trust me. 특정
and
형태의
anesthetize the brain.
형식. 심리전은 변장수에는
It has many disguises
많은 모습으로
and is used against every one of them,
아울러 노동자,
against them,
어린이, 일반 인민 한 사람
and against them.
대상으로 하고 있다. 물론 이와 같은 겉모술
Of course, such Machiavellian activity requires a disguise, which is why propagandists call themselves the public.
Dude, you hear a loud-ass humming noise outside right now? Bro, all day today, there's been loud-ass booms in Brooklyn. I don't know what the fuck's going on. What up, Dicroic?
Relations industry.
Oh,
it was nothing?
But do not be fooled.
Sorry.
Public relations and propaganda are interchangeable,
하지만 속지 말아야 할
and it is the massive public relations industry
상호 호환성이 있으며
that is designed to alter perception,
인간의 사고를
reshape reality,
현실을 탈바꿈
and manufacture consent.
내도록 설계된 것일 뿐이다.
A Hollywood set designer was brought in to create a $200,000 backdrop for official war briefings.
오늘날 미국 하나만 봐도
Today, America alone has more public relations propagandists than reporters,
이 사실은 서구 사회
which means
I think Milo just figured out that the sound that he was hearing wasn't actually something, and then deleted the message, but I read it before he deleted it. But I think Milo's deleting it, not me.
that nearly half of what people in the West hear, see, or read is written by professional liars.
전문 거짓말장애의
Professional liars whose job it is to keep people in front of their televisions, reading gossip magazines, eating vast amounts of toxic food, and shopping, always shopping, for the latest fashions and trends.
만드는 것이다. 이것이 프로파간디스트들에게
That's the ideal for propagandists.
상황이라고 할 수 있다. 그리고
And great efforts are made in trying to achieve and maintain that ideal.
아끼지 않는다. 대중이 스스로
Anything that keeps the masses from organizing themselves and asking important questions about what their masters are really up to.
대중을 지켜내기 위한 모든 것을 포함한다. 1960년대는
The
학생들이
1960s, a period of heightened awareness and rebellion against the establishment,
시기였다고 할 수 있다.
with students leading the resistance.
통제를 벗어나
Dude, this is a North Korean documentary about American propaganda. This rules.
But when the situation seems to be getting out of hand, the establishment ordered it to be stopped, and the propagandists moved quickly to lead the young people away from dangerous protests into such fashionable protests. That was then. This is now.
사회 혁명을 제외한
Fashion,
연예인,
celebrity,
sex,
음악, music,
기술 등
technology,
모든
any
다른
kind of revolution
경우로
except
바뀌어가고 있다.
the social revolution.
이 영화에서는
In this film, we will reveal the methods used by the propagandists to control populations on behalf of their owners.
부유하고 강력한 힘을 가진
Although these rich and powerful owners only make up 1% of the world's population, they have mastered the use of propaganda over 99% of the world's population, turning them into consumer slaves who work harder and harder to buy things they don't need. These consumer slaves are also made to pay taxes to their government, money which is used to develop new weapons for the pernicious invasions and occupations of other countries.
지난 5년만 보더라도
In the last 5 years alone, they've given their owners more than $1 trillion for these illegal and immoral wars that can't be won, and are even encouraged to send their own children to fight them.
독려하였다.
This is Doctor of Psychology, Professor Kim.
어떻게 인류를 무감각,
You have just been exposed to a range of propaganda devices used by the West to control,
다수의
manipulate,
방법들을
neutralize, and anesthetize entire populations,
인민들을 포함한
its own
다른
and that of other nations.
모두 다 말이다. 이와 같은 정신적 왜곡 방법의 성공 비결은 어떻게
The success of these mind-warping devices depends on their remaining hidden from the masses.
남아 있느냐 하는 것에 있다고 할 수 있다. 그러나 경애하는 지도자 동지는 인민 모두가 스스로의 눈으로 정확하게 어떻게
But our dear leader has insisted that you see with your own eyes exactly how this war against the mind is used to turn Western citizens into compliant slaves.
이용되는지를 볼 것을 주장해 오셨다. 지금 이 사람이 세계 신기록을
Has this man just broken a world record?
지금 이
Has he just created a medicine that can save thousands of lives? Perhaps he's been chosen to represent his community in some way. No, this man has just purchased a telephone.
구매에 성공하였다.
And these people, what is making them scream and cry with such profound joy? They are on a television program where they are receiving consumer items. This for some boots. This for some clothes shelves. And this hysteria is not because they have found God, but because they are receiving sneakers.
Speaking of fucking shopping, boys, I was just wondering if anyone's ever heard of the Cosmic Ripple Boys. Here we go. Because there's a special deal going on for the next, it says, one more day? I think it ends at midnight, though. All pyramids, 20% off, boys. Look at this. Here, let's look at the most recent. What do we got here? Oh, my good. A Divine Connection mini pyramid, boys. What is this about? It is to infuse with energy of divine connection, love, and spiritual harmony, boys. Get yours today. If everything's been a little bit 20% too much for you, guess what? Now's the time. The Cosmic Ripple on Etsy, the Skitter store. All right, back to business. Wait, that's not our video.
The propagandist knows that an individual has a natural desire to be on a winning side and appear to fit in with the crowd. One of the easiest ways to achieve this is to make them chant favorable, yet deliberately vague slogans like, "This changes everything."
This is going to change everything.
Just do it. I'm loving it. Or support our troops. Of course, if you dared to point this out in America, you would be named anti-American and a traitor, or one of those who hate freedom. So people keep quiet because they are afraid of expressing how they feel.
We are not vigilant. Communism in reality is not a political party. It is a way of life, an evil and malignant way of life. It reveals a condition akin to disease that spreads like an epidemic. And like an epidemic, a quarantine is necessary to keep it from infecting this nation.
Fear is the engine room of imperial propaganda.
10-1 BRB.
We cannot wait for the final proof, the smoking gun, that could come in the form of a mushroom cloud.
Those who have understood this have manipulated people for centuries, indeed millennia, by manufacturing and controlling religion. The Western religions of Judaism, Christianity, and Catholicism use a propaganda manual called the Bible. Although it is the same story, each brand claims its version is the best one. To secure the deal, they add the idea of an eternal soul. That way, death doesn't seem so bad, and they won't resist being sent to fight against competing brands. Religion is regarded by the common people as true, by the wise as false, and by the rulers as useful. Seneca the Younger. Of course, only the truly ignorant believe that books like the Bible are really the Word of God. Religion is horribly, unmistakably human.
The
God of the Old Testament is arguably
why everyone gotta be pushing and shoving and fighting all the time?
The most unpleasant character in all fiction. Jealous and proud of it. A petty, unjust, unforgiving.
Oh, are you guys talking about like comments that you're trying to say? Dude, I have no control over that. YouTube must be fucking like deleting comments that you, like I don't get shit that pops up, you know what I mean? Like on the Twitch side, if someone says like a questionable thing, I can approve it, but YouTube filters shit out on their own. Are you guys trying to say shit that's disappearing? And also make sure that you turn it to live chat, not top chat. So annoying. But yeah, if you guys are getting comments deleted, what is the comment about? Why is it what do you think? Why is it getting deleted?
Control freak.
Are they like controversial comments, or are there any trigger words in them? Because sometimes people are like, there's no reason. Yeah, sometimes some of the shit I say gets deleted. I mean, yeah, YouTube definitely fucking filters shit because they're cucks.
A vindictive, bloodthirsty ethnic cleanser. A misogynistic, homophobic, racist, infanticidal, genocidal, filicidal, pestilential, megalomaniacal, sadomasochist.
Yes, and that's what I keep hearing too. It's not even anything bad. It's just goofs. I mean, think about like on TikTok, you know all the comments that they filter? It's all the ones that are like, I love this. I love you. Anything positive, they fucking get rid of. If you have too much fun, they delete it, because then you'll be able to tell that they're like YouTube comedians aren't funny and shit if you hear real jokes, I'm assuming. I gotta go get my honey water.
Capriciously malevolent, bully. Scientist Richard Dawkins. With the use of science, we can now diagnose God as a psychopath with extreme narcissistic personality disorder. He is a character created by humans.
That was funny as fuck.
Who sought to control others by naming themselves as prophets of God.
Charles Manson.
While most people who claim to be prophets of God are kept in mental asylums, others make their way into positions of power.
Are a group of predatory control freaks.
This crusade, this war on terrorism, is going to take a while.
This toxic Texan claims that God told him to invade Iraq and Afghanistan. So he did, killing hundreds of thousands of innocent civilians. He must speak to the same God as his father, whose war and sanctions killed millions of innocent civilians in the same place.
The whole truth?
The whole truth?
And nothing but the truth.
And nothing but the truth.
Although the psychopath makes up less than 5% of the Western population, those infected with narcissism and unusual intelligence force their way into the 1% who rule over the masses. Drawn to politics and big business, they are strongly against democracy. Because in a true democracy, these treacherous monsters would be impeached and sentenced to death for lying, fraud, treason, race hate, mass murder, and war crimes. But impeachment is not acceptable, declared this smiling new president, who came to power in 2009. Why? Because he is one of them.
Precise.
Here we see the most obvious lie in democracy, the one that two candidates represent a choice when they are clearly run by the same interests.
This time, vote like your whole world depended on it.
Allowing people to vote for one of your brands is the best way to make them feel like they are connected to their candidate and involved in a democracy. When they become wary or distrustful of one candidate, you give them a completely new smiling face and simple slogans like, yes we can, and time for change, that are easy to chant and provide hope, but are essentially meaningless. Meaningless, because this charming president will do exactly what he is told to do by his corporate masters, spending countless billions on killing humans in faraway lands, while his own people continue to suffer. Democracy is just a slogan.
Hell yeah! Monster truck!
Survivor is coming with a super big cast.
In this vulgar television series, carefully selected Americans have to pretend to survive by being the most conniving, manipulative, and money-hungry contestant on embarrassingly contrived multi-million-dollar sets to win money.
For $1 million, I can do just about anything.
This is a perfect metaphor for America, where the real survivors are the millions of homeless people who don't get to go home after filming.
Damn, North Korea, chill. I like Survivor.
Look at these images from celebrated filmmaker Quentin Tarantino. What happened to this man as a child? What did America do to him that he should make such images for people to watch? Is he a psychopath? No. He is simply reinterpreting the Western cult of death he grew up with for new generations of consumer zombies who crave seeing their fellow humans mutilated in new and inventive ways. This cult of death is rooted in the Bible, which the imperialist slaves believe is actually the word of God. The same God that's used to send them to kill humans on the other side of the world because they have a different God. The 1% have always controlled the 99% with religion. They are the ones who control information and decide what people think. They even decide what people know about the past. Who controls the past controls the future, and who controls the present controls the past. George Orwell.
Yeah, Timothy, right? What did America do to poor fucking Quentin Tarantino? You gotta start asking everybody. Sir, what did America do to you?
Good job. I saw you splatter one right
What brand of American trauma did you get?
for the rocket. Roger, got lucky again.
When carrying out attacks on other nations, destroying their infrastructure, and deforming their future generations with the use of nuclear, chemical, and biological weapons, the imperialist needs to rewrite history and keep repeating it over and over until it becomes true.
Young lady with the red hair right behind the school teacher there.
Mr. President, why did you drop the atom bomb?
Mr. President, the future wants to know, was it right to drop the atom bomb?
I made the only decision I ever knew how to make. I did what I thought was right.
Throughout the years of negotiations, we have insisted on peace with honor. Let us be proud of the young Americans who served with honor and distinction.
The U.S. military.
Violence in the world today.
And the case is built.
See, in my line of work, you got to keep repeating things over and over and over again for the truth to sink in, to kind of catapult the propaganda. George W. Bush. Repeat over and over that the Nazis killed 6 million Jews in World War II, and the Jews will enjoy endless sympathy, despite Israel continuing to commit many of the same crimes as the Nazis.
Well, that's because the Israeli Jewish people are fake. Yeah. But not all Jewish people.
But if you keep silent about the 26 million Russians killed by the Nazis in World War II, then Russian suffering becomes invisible. Let us see now how this has been applied throughout history.
Oh, is that Rudolf Hess? Bro, it's Andy the German's dad.
현대 프로파간다는 미국의 대중 여론을
It is a remarkable fact that modern propaganda began with the British,
동조를 얻어내기
who
위해
established a secret war propaganda bureau in 1914
선전국을
in
설치한
order to sway American public opinion and gain sympathy for the Allied
놀라운
cause.
사실이 아닐 수 없다. 이 공작은
It was headed by George Creel, who described it as
묘사하였다. 판매
a
기술의
vast enterprise in salesmanship, the world's greatest adventure in advertising.
그의 가장 최우선의 임무는 비록
His immediate job was to convince the pacifist American people that a war some 4,000 miles away was worth fighting, even though American soil was not threatened.
안전주의 미국인들에게 설득하는 것이었다. 헐리우드는 8천만 명의
Hollywood helped this
시청자가
cause by exploiting a weekly film audience of 80 million with titles such as The Hun Within, The Kaiser, The Beast of Burden, and The Claws of the Hun, which all suggested that the German threat was right on American soil.
선전하는 것으로 이 공작에 협조하였다. 이 진행 과정은
The process worked so well that Americans learned to hate German civilians almost as much as the targeted German government.
And
just 6 months after his re-election, on a stay out of the war pledge, President Woodrow Wilson declared war on Germany.
And a League of Nations.
That man be looking lizardly too.
One week later, the US set up its own propaganda organization, the Committee on Public Information, which became so successful that it continues to this day as the United States Information Agency.
Rudolph.
영국이 평화 상태에서는 프로파간다를 금지하는
While
동안
the British abandoned propaganda in peacetime,
심리학자
the Americans maintained its use under the leadership of Creel Commission psychologist Edward Bernays,
그는 미국의 대중 의견은 반드시 사회 내 소수
who argued that American public opinion must be engineered from above by society's viewmasters,
주장하였다. 1% 집단
the 1%, to control the rabble.
So Eddie began to formulate.
나치 선전부 장관
Meanwhile, Nazi propaganda minister Joseph Goebbels was openly thanking the British and Americans for their propaganda model,
독일인민이
You mean Putin's dad?
and put it to good use for rallying the German people to war.
신명하게 활용하였다.
Wenn nötig, totaler und radikaler, als wir ihn uns überhaupt erst vorstellen können.
I do not like hearing German, boys. It freaks me out. Oh, there's a bunch of Elons in there.
이 문구는
This propaganda phrase is needed when the imperialist decides to carve up or give away something that doesn't belong to them.
Yeah, for this being North Korean propaganda, they haven't told a single lie or exaggerated anything.
Like Palestine.
This is literally made in North Korea, yeah.
Or Korea.
소국 프로파간다 덕분에
Thanks to Western propaganda,
아직도
half the world still believes their invasion of Korea in 1950 was needed to fight communism.
믿고 있다. 하지만
They have no idea that our eternal leader was trying to unify Korea after their leaders tore us apart for war profiteering. They remain ignorant of why we feel harm towards this grave injustice. And what was the result of this manufactured war?
무차별 폭격으로
A bombing campaign that destroyed 75% of our country and killed 4 million of our citizens. The American bandits also tested biological weapons by dropping infected insects and other agents on us and our Chinese brothers and sisters. Despite these evil and cowardly acts, the West was unable to defeat our glorious nation in the victorious Fatherland Liberation War. Despite a record 7 threats with nuclear weapons by the Americans, with their enormous wealth and military might, we remain undefeated, winning one victory after another, and we are now their longest-running adversary. They are afraid of us, but we are not afraid of them. The Americans label us unpredictable and dangerous. But America is the only nation insane enough to use nuclear weapons on their fellow human beings.
Rivers and streams throughout the city began to boil.
Bro, North Korea be spitting right now.
People evaporated where they stood.
They're the only people insane enough to use nuclear weapons on... Dude.
Only nation insane enough to use nuclear weapons on their fellow human beings.
Rivers and streams throughout the city began to boil. People evaporated where they stood, leaving shadows of their bodies.
Oh yeah, the Nordic people too. All those Nazis as well. Oh my god, they're everywhere.
Bodies scorched onto the streets. In a matter of seconds, 4 square miles of Hiroshima became an atomic wasteland. Several minutes passed. Then a black rain began to fall on the city. Sticky, pebble-sized drops of radioactive ash.
And it is America that has invaded 37 countries in the last 50 years.
I was there as a correspondent. It's a horrific picture.
We have invaded none. Even our limp-wristed brothers and sisters in the South feel harmed towards the 33,000
Oh my god, our limp-wristed
imperial occupiers on their land. They also want the Americans to leave so we can be reunited as one Korea. Don't the consumer slaves of the West want to know why their forces are occupying our country? Do they care?
그럼 이 사실을 도대체 알기라도
Do they even know?
이 질문에 대한 대답은 대부분의 사람들은
The answer is that most of them don't know and don't care.
라는 것이다. 왜냐하면 자기들 주인님들이 그들이 무엇을 보고
Because their owners have full control over what they see and think.
모든 부분을 다 장악하고 있기 때문이다.
Far more seductive than opium, infinitely more effective at shaping behavior and expectations than alcohol and religion. Television is the most powerful weapon of psychological warfare in history. Consumer slaves in the West schedule their lives and relationships around watching television. They use it as a babysitter for their youth and wake up to this drug, consume it whenever possible during the day, and go to sleep with it. They even take it with their meals. Television, or TV as they call it in the West, doesn't kill. It pacifies, turning viewers into compliant zombies. They wear a vacant, glassy-eyed look on their faces because they are in a trance-like state. This is ideal. Now the consumer is sitting still and ready for indoctrination.
Yeah, dude, Rodman was onto something. North Korean propaganda better than Ryan?
No force is necessary here. He is a willing participant. It is no mistake that happiness in the West peaked
Sorry, I wouldn't go that far.
in the 1950s.
manipulate them in the interest.
Before television was used to enforce capitalism's consumer message.
It is right in our own.
The message that you are not happy. Not unless you buy this product. Look like this person.
Zero grade.
당신이 행복하지
Or
않다면
drink this beverage.
서구에서는
The West calls these images advertising.
광고란
Advertising is both propaganda
Ronald McDonald, sexy lady Ronald McDonald, I hate it.
and propaganda distributor.
Was that Taylor Swift? No way, right?
광고란
Advertising is both propaganda
Is that Taylor Swift?
and propaganda distributor. Advertising is about hawking product and creates artificial needs, since most products are completely unnecessary.
Your favorite music?
Advertising unashamedly fosters unhappiness with oneself and with one's possessions. In fact, the very purpose of advertising is to open up emotional vulnerabilities and make people feel that without this product, they are defective.
You need to protect your skin, you need to hydrate your skin, you need to moisturize your skin, and you need to repair your skin.
Corporations employ psychologists, writers, and filmmakers to sell what is essentially the same product. A certain toothpaste, for instance, claims to have a feeling of freshness. This one claims to have dazzling strips of whitening ability, while this one is for people who claim to have teeth so sensitive that it feels like they've been stung by
Every star is Ronald McDonald.
lightning. One of the tricks of effective advertising is to identify the product with a highly desirable quality that has widespread appeal.
Bro, you love the shake weight, right? I just want to get that shake weight and fucking just shake it all day.
If you buy this, you will have clear skin and become attractive to others. Use this product and pretend that you too can be a farmer. Drive this car and appear liberated and adventurous, like these actors. Advertisements are nothing but bait, laid out for certain types of consumers.
Up to 14 times more volume.
Wait, Skinner, you've never seen the shake weight? What the fuck? Hold on. We gotta watch the whole commercial. We'll watch the South Park thing after. Well, no, we'll probably get clipped, but... Alright, here we go.
Ladies, when you put on that sleeveless dress, what's the first thing that sticks out? Our arms are the problem area that we never seem to be able to find the solution for, until now, with the shake weight. Shake weight is the flag-busting breakthrough that trims your arms and shapes your shoulders at the same time.
Back of my arm? Definitely in the tricep area.
Oh my gosh, I can feel the definition already.
That's a real workout.
You just shake it, back and forth.
The sound, too, kills me.
There's no motor, no batteries, and you get the results you want.
In a matter of seconds, you feel it really working your muscles. My arms feel worked.
Yeah,
It's definitely a good workout.
I'm feeling it in my chest and my biceps and my triceps.
Inside the shake weight are dual moving weights called dynamic inertia that simultaneously target and engage your biceps and triceps. It's the power of 240 muscle contractions per minute. In fact, if you had the shake weight in your hands right now, you'd
the sound is a lot.
feel the results before the end of this commercial. Now you can wear the dress styles you want, the chic blouses that show off your arms, even those cute t-shirts that make casual look just a little sexy.
This is not a workout. This is a revolution.
Let's go.
This is shake weight for men, and it's going to kick your
The slow-mos are amazing.
butt. That's it. In just 6 minutes. Guaranteed.
Okay, I'm good.
They're all doing their vinegar strokes, too.
Ordinary weights isolate one muscle in one direction, but shake weight harnesses the power of dynamic inertia to totally redefine strength training. As you shake, the weights at each end fire and recoil rapidly.
Yeah, this is for men. It's black. Here, it's not pink like that lady one. It's not a dick.
This piston-like motion sends a shockwave of energy that forces your muscles to contract as many as 240 times a minute. So you build definition, size, and strength fast. And now this technological breakthrough in strength training can be yours for just $29.95. Shake weight is science.
Dichroic, we were watching that North Korean propaganda video, and they cut to shake weight for a minute. Skinner hadn't heard of shake weight, so we're watching the original commercial real quick.
It's fact, not fiction. A leading biomechanics research center proved that 6 minutes with the shake weight burns as much muscle energy as 42 with a standard dumbbell. You get ripped, defined, and stronger fast. Guaranteed. Skeptical? So were some of the toughest guys we could find.
You feel it all over too. That's what's amazing. Not just right here, but all over it through the core and everything. Got me this awesome pump. Unbelievable. That feels like a weight room burn right there. That forearms, my biceps are insanely hard.
I love that they're doing this in front of an aircraft carrier too.
I felt it in my core.
They're like, this shit is not gay at all. Not at all.
I felt it in my
here's a bunch of Navy boys.
biceps, my forearms, and I figured I was going to come down here. They said it was a 2 to 3 minute challenge, and I brought some of the strongest guys I know down here, and I didn't see anybody do that. So I think we're all impressed with it. Definitely.
Call and order now, and we'll also send.
All right, that's enough of that. Where were we? All right, let's get back to our North Korean propaganda video.
Same methods are used to glorify the corporations who make these products.
기업의 목적은
Their goal?
이윤의 극대
Maximum profit.
기업의
Their target?
바로 우리
Human beings.
인간들을 자기들 나라나 인민, 환경에는 어떤
Turn them into mindless consumers who crave their product and keep buying it
계속해서 구매하는
at any cost to their country, fellow citizens, and the environment.
이것이다. 무엇을 위해서?
And for what?
이 광고의
Look at the background of this commercial.
이 상품은
This product is for those with money and high social standing, according to the image.
이것이 얼마나 친구와 동료, 이웃들에게
This is how the bizarre need to appear superior to friends, fellow workers, and neighbors
그렇지만
is mercilessly enlarged and exploited.
않는다. 프로파간디스트들은
But advertising is not just for adults. Propagandists spend $12 billion per year specifically targeting children to form consumer habits early on. They can ingrain their brand by repeating it over and over until the child is indoctrinated and manipulated beyond control.
Normal feeding. Pepsi drinker for life.
18개월이 되면
By 18 months, babies in the West can tell the difference between brands.
2살이 되면
And by 2, they're asking for brand products by name.
요구할 수 있게 된다.
From the age of 7, the average child has seen 20,000 TV commercials every year.
광고 관계자들이 다른 어떤
There is only one other group more coveted and groomed by advertisers than any other: preteen and teenage girls.
프로파간디스트들은 이것을 트윈 마켓.
The propagandists call this the tween market.
실질적으로는 기업의
But
페도필리아,
in fact, it is corporate pedophilia.
집착증이라고 할 수 있다. 기업의 소아의
The aim of corporate pedophilia is to make young people feel inferior and defective
이미지를 이용함으로써
by using images that are unattainable.
자신들이 결점이 있다고 느끼게 만드는 것이고 이러한
And these images are used against consumers for the rest of their lives to keep them feeling inadequate,
자사 브랜드 제품과 함께하지 않으면
unless they buy their products and stick with their brands.
느끼게 하는 것이다. 패션 산업도
The
마찬가지다.
fashion industry is the same.
어울릴지도 모르고
Wear this and you might fit in. Look like this and you will be attractive and popular.
가십 잡지에 나오는
Like the people in these gossip magazines.
사람들과 같은 그룹에 동참해라. 이런 사람들
These people are called celebrities.
Where do we begin? I mean,
사람이 자기가 하는 일의 최고가 되어
While it is natural for a person to become popular for being the best at what they do, today in the West, you are a celebrity if you simply appear on screen.
어떤 화면이라도
Any screen, even by mistake.
이렇게 되면 아무것도 하지 않더라도 신용도가 쌓이게
You gain
되고
credibility and praise for nothing.
그리고 화면에
And the more you
노출되면
appear,
될수록
the bigger a celebrity you become.
더 커지게 된다. 유명인사가 되었다 싶으면
If you become a big enough celebrity, then you become a brand to be sold and traded like any other product. Meet Miss Kim Kardashian. She is famous for owning some clothes shops and going shopping. She wears diamonds and fur because they are
Milo, you just got a pyramid on the Skitter store? Dude.
symbols of wealth
Thanks, buddy.
in the West.
그것들을 걸친다.
And because she believes she is superior to other humans, she ignores the true cost of these luxuries.
무시해버린다.
She could have adopted one of the millions of poor black children in America who have no home. But that would not have gotten her the attention she so desperately craves. Meet Mr. Tiger Woods, an athlete who has made millions of dollars from his image as an honest, dependable family man, even though the greedy golfer was also having sex with over a dozen waitresses, porn stars, and C-grade models at the same time.
Bro, wait until North Korea hears about Diddy. Bro, they're going to lose it. Right?
This is B-grade actor Mr. Arnold Schwarzenegger, seen here with his wife when he was re-elected as governor of California. Unlike the other B-grade actor who served as governor of California, this actor won't be president because he fathered a child with the family maid in their marital bed. These two actors are very big celebrities. Their names are Brad and Angelina, and their brand is Brangelina. They also shop for children in third world countries.
They shop for children in third world countries.
Like other celebrities, they constantly complain about the media attention they get, even though they have entire teams of propagandists who alert the media each time they go shopping for children or purchase a coffee wearing the latest designer clothes. The truth is,
bro, thanks North Korea for that. Yeah, that skin fox thing. This shit is on YouTube, by the way. So when my video gets taken down for this being on YouTube, or for showing whatever the fuck we just saw.
That celebrities like these are merely collaborators. For example, despite the fact that tobacco in the West is laced with more than 2,000 deadly chemicals designed to addict and kill humans, celebrities frequently appear in magazines, movies, and fashion shoots smoking cigarettes. Big Tobacco pays these trained monkey collaborators of death enormous amounts to
trained monkey collaborators of death. Yo!
Smoke and glamorize their product, knowing that the youth want to be celebrities too.
Nicole, don't do that, you promised.
Sometimes celebrity exacts a terrible toll on the human brain, leading to confusion and misery. This poor man is Mr. Michael Jackson, a very famous musician who recently died from a drug overdose. Let's look at what America did to this man. His ancestors were raped from Africa and brought to America as slaves, and his childhood was spent working and performing for a violent father who colluded with record companies to profit from his talents. So much pain at the hand of capitalism leads to an identity crisis. These disturbing images are not film trickery, but the result of a practice known as plastic surgery. In surveys,
reptilian plastic surgery. That's our band, trained monkey collaborators of death.
9 out of 10 women in the West are unhappy with their appearance, which drives them to spend enormous amounts of money buying cosmetics, clothes, and plastic surgery.
Dude, wouldn't that be amazing if the North Koreans were the ones who were like, yo, everyone is being run by lizards. You know that, right?
Despite the fact that they will never become celebrities, all look like the models in the advertisements. This is consumerism. Many of the biggest celebrities have no talent at all. This very famous woman is called Miss Katie Price. Her brand name is Jordan, and despite my research, it seems clear that she doesn't actually do anything.
Bro, no one throws shade like North Koreans. Holy fuck.
This is Miss Paris Hilton. This narcissistic parasite comes from a wealthy hotel family. She glorifies
of Nazis, I'm sure, no doubt.
Her opulent lifestyle without guilt and is said to charge $150,000 to appear at parties. She even has a TV program called My New Best Friend Forever, where people compete to be her new best friend. Proof that anything in the West can be reproduced and commodified for profit. This is part of a trend in the West for what is called reality television, a type of freak show programming about talentless narcissists who like to talk about themselves and go shopping.
미국 현실
In the field of American reality TV, competition is fierce for the most grotesque example of such exploitation. There are shows like The Swan, where women who are deemed ugly enter a plastic surgery competition to see who can be turned into the most beautiful.
Dude, you remember this show? This shit was crazy, bro.
She's just very masculine, face, body, basically everywhere. So we really need to.
Yeah, I think the casualness of the shade is what, like, her affect changes not at all when she's fucking dropping the heat.
Change her body with a lot of liposuction, breast augmentation. We really need to feminize her face by doing a brow lift, rhinoplasty,
Oh my God, calm down, buddy. Jesus Christ.
the fat of her cheeks and her chin. She really deserves to be in this program.
Without a doubt. This one is called My Super Sweet 16, where children have tens of thousands of dollars spent on them simply because they are turning 16. They are treated like celebrities, despite the fact that they have achieved nothing and are out of touch with reality.
And if you're ready?
But this is nothing compared to a reality series called The Bachelor, where a handsome, wealthy young man declares his commitment to picking a wife from a bevy of 16 potential brides. His sincerity in talking to each woman is chilling, as are their claims to love him. After sampling all of the potential brides, he decides who to marry, turning the most personal of decisions into a commodity, an experience to be manipulated, packaged, and sold worldwide.
You guys ready?
텔레비전과 유명인 잡지 같은 방해 기법은
Distraction techniques like television and celebrity magazines
생각하고
are the propagandist's best tools for keeping people from thinking and talking about important issues.
그리고 여기
Now, they have another. The games industry now generates more money than the film industry and has cemented the West as a culture of death, violence, and destruction. This is Grand Theft Auto 4. Here, you can kill anything that moves and have sex with prostitutes. This game appeals so much to people, it sold $500 million worth of units.
Yeah, we do love Grand Theft Auto here, for sure, dog.
In its first week of sale. Because gaming and animation desensitizes violence and death, much of the billions in military spending goes into recruiting young, poor, and uneducated people to fight their Fortune 500 wars using these same techniques.
Dude, the North Koreans do be spitting.
Most serve 1 weekend a month and 2 weeks a year.
Come on, fire! Come on, let us shoot.
1-8, clear.
Come on.
This game is based on something called WWE, which stands for World Wrestling Entertainment. Extreme violence cheered on by Americans baying for blood. They know
baying for blood. Oh my God, bro. Baying for blood. Dude, these guys spit.
the names of each one of these actors, and yet they don't know where Britain is on the map, despite the efforts of the British to be their best friends.
85%의 미국 젊은이들은
85% of American young adults can't find Israel, Iraq, or Afghanistan on a world map. 30% of them can't find the Pacific Ocean on the map. 75% of them don't know the population of the US, and 11% of them can't even find it on a map. This is ideal, of course. Keep the masses ignorant and pacified on the couch. Distract them with violence, death, and the illusions of celebrity. Reduce resistance and thought. Make them choose the bland over the brilliant. The meaningless over the thoughtful. And dazzle them with trash. This is now what people around the world accept as normal. This manufactured reality has become more real than this.
Oh yeah, wait, did Snoop Dogg perform at the inauguration today? I gotta see that if that's true.
38 million homeless Americans. But the media doesn't want people to know about these Americans. Not unless they can be used for entertainment.
You want to be on top?
Meet Miss Tyra Banks, a former clothes model who now has a talk show where she pretends to be concerned about people's problems and society in general, even though she has no qualifications to do this.
And so, after America.
Here, she dresses up and pretends to be homeless in order to experience life on the streets, which is impossible because she owns numerous homes and great wealth.
In the end,
And she's got a camera crew following her.
The audience doesn't question the charade, but instead it willingly feeds into her need to talk about herself. Here we see America's Next Top Model, where everything is covered in her Tyra brand. Everyone has to
I'm getting PTSD from watching my early life brainwashing live on the Cat Dad show.
shout and scream and appear delighted at the mere mention of her name. In this episode, she has the contestants made up to pose as blood-spattered and mangled corpses, while across the other side of the world, her fellow Americans were shooting, stabbing, and blowing up an estimated 1.8 million Iraqi civilians. Like most Americans, she doesn't know or care about these numbers. She is concerned only about a life of style over substance. We are the only country left on the planet that has not been invaded by imperial propaganda. We have not succumbed to their tyranny, and we never will. Because we know what the ruling 1% is afraid of. They are afraid of real democracy. They are afraid that people will begin to recognize their propaganda and start rejecting it. They are afraid people will demand more power than the fraudulent auctions passed off as elections. They are afraid people will begin organized resistance and stop obeying laws designed to disempower them. They are afraid people will start asking why they have to fight wars for the Fortune 500 companies.
North Korea hates Tyra Banks in particular.
They are afraid that people will start to realize that those who commit atrocities against humanity have names and can't hide behind flags and corporations forever. They are afraid that people will gather in mass crowds and make citizen arrests, or worse. More than anything, they are afraid that the world will decide it wants a new beginning. A revolution that has no place for the pillagers and plunderers and exploiters.
Bro, this is straight heat.
We are the headquarters of this world revolution. We will fight to the death to defend our peaceful nation and beloved leader from the cruelty, exploitation, greed, enslavement, and violence
I love this guy.
against helpless peoples everywhere.
Tyra Banks is North Korea's Paul Weisopol.
We will defend ourselves as we defend the rights of billions of humans who do not benefit from 500 years of Western civilization and the cancerous empire of corporate collusion.
Yo, look at this flag. It's so true.
We must remain vigilant at all times and be alert to their insidious attack on the mind. For they have come before, and they will come again.
Yo. They've come before and they will come again, bitch.
And I just want to say thank you. Anyway, let's look at one of these tech billionaire oligarchs speaking at the inauguration.
My heart goes out to you.
Did he just Heil?
What? Civilization is assured. Thanks to you. We're going to have safe cities, finally, safe cities. Secure borders, sensible spending, basic stuff. And we're going to take Doge to Mars.
Like Dogecoin? We're gonna take Dogecoin to Mars?
I mean, can you imagine how awesome it will be to have American astronauts plant the flag on another planet for the first time?
The American reactionary movement is so funny because it's also incredibly lame. Like, fascist movements of the past hyper focused on the aesthetics, right? They cared a lot about like their visual output. They had this like insane, intense interest in making it seem as though they were superior, and that like moral degeneracy must be squashed, and that, you know, everything down to the minutia was organized. And it's kind of funny to think that like the American version of that is so lame. Not to say that like German fascism was cool or whatever, but like they obviously placed a lot of emphasis on the aesthetics of order. Okay, like the visual output was important. The way that people delivered speeches, these were things that they cared about quite a bit. Whereas in the United States,
wait, Alev, are you saying that Elon's diverting attention from Saturn by saying we're going to Mars?
of America, we're just like we have these like obvious losers being like, we're gonna place a Dogecoin on Mars. Someone in the chat said the ADL is defending Elon's salute. Oh my god. Link now, please. These guys have been trying to get me banned off Twitch.
Dude, the ADL are such Nazi cucks. I love them.
Because of my criticisms of Israel. Oh my god. I didn't think they'd be so shameless, dude. I mean, I didn't think that this joke was gonna be the truth. I said, it's okay though. He's pro-Israel. Don't worry, guys. And then the ADL did the damn thing. They did do that. Oh my god. This is a delicate moment. It's a new day.
It was an awkward gesture in a moment of enthusiasm, not a Nazi salute. How do you know?
And yet so many are on edge. Our politics are inflamed, and social media only adds to the anxiety. It seems that Elon Musk made an awkward gesture in a moment of enthusiasm, not a Nazi salute. But again, we appreciate that people are on edge. In this moment, all sides should give a bit of grace, perhaps even the benefit of the doubt, and take a breath. This is a new beginning. Let's hope for healing and work towards unity in the months and years ahead. Bro, Steven Crowder was like, that's crazy that he did the Nazi salute. Like, you're outflanking Steven Crowder. Yeah, Noah's tweet was funny too. He said, Tablet Magazine 10 minutes from now. Yes, Elon did a pile. No, it's not Nazi. Here's why. Elon Musk draws outrage over odd-looking salute at Trump inauguration celebration. Indeed, many observers suggested that Musk was instead performing a Roman salute that soldiers in the ancient empire would use to greet their commanders as a show of respect and loyalty. The Roman salute, however, was later adopted in some forms by fascist states, including Nazi Germany, as some noted. What is going on in the entire Western world? What is going on in the entire Western world? What is going on in the media? I'll tell you what's going on. Nazi shit. Congratulations to POTUS. We must confront rising anti-Semitism on college and university campuses, push for the release of all hostages in Gaza, and work towards peace in the Middle East. Yeah. Elon Musk comes out with a swastika armband, and they're like, well, initially the swastika was used as a Hindu symbol of peace for many decades before it was adopted by the Nazis, before it was adopted by the fascists in Nazi Germany. Like, what is happening, man? I can't believe the guy who, with regular frequency, highlights Nazi propaganda, hit the Nazi Heil on the biggest stage he's been on so far, and people are like, oh, bro, I wonder.
What if he's a Nazi, dog? Right? Am I crazy here? I'm starting to think these people are all Nazis. Are we surrounded by Nazis everywhere, boys? Do I need to be concerned about being surrounded by Nazis at every moment of my life? I'm starting to think yes.
If he was like truly being a Nazi. It is crazy that a dude that is known to highlight neo-Nazi sentiment on the platform that he purchased, where he unbanned every single neo-Nazi from all around the world, did a straight up Heil, not once but twice, on this massive stage, and the New York Times is like, I don't know. this is a joke, right? Like, if you post this title on the New York Times and then post this photo underneath it, it kind of makes the title seem stupid, because the title makes it seem like, well, that could mean anything. We're not even like 12 hours in. I like that he had this locked in the chamber, you know, ready to rip, and he rips it. And the New York Times is like, I guess what? It could mean anything. On CNN, commentators pointed out most gesture. Aaron Burnett, an anchor, noted how striking the action was. The motion soon drew comparisons online, known as the fascist salute. Did Elon Musk just hit the Roman salute at his inauguration speech? Hassan Piker, a popular streamer, asked on X. Mr. Musk, 53, did not respond to an email for comment. I like that they paired me with the Elon Musk non-reply. Almost makes it feel like I asked him that question. Like I asked him directly. This is like the okay hand gesture. No, it's not like the okay hand gesture. The entire point of the okay hand gesture is that it's supposed to be a dog whistle, a subtle nod, a hand
Hassan is so hot. Oh my God.
gesture that is popular. So it's only contextually inappropriate in certain circumstances. There is no contextually appropriate situation where you're sig heiling.
I'm in Naziville and Elon's the mayor. Yeah,
we kind of, as a society,
I think you might be onto something with the Nazi stuff. Yeah, I'm starting to think that.
Moved away from that. It is the exact opposite of the okay hand gesture. There's only one context. The okay hand gesture works in multiple settings. You know, because it's called the okay hand gesture. It's in the name. As in, sometimes people throw it up to say, okay. There is not any circumstance where hitting the Sig Heil, the Roman salute, is anything but. The only time it's appropriate in context is when you're, you know, a Nazi and you want to show others that you are a Nazi. Yeah. That's it. Okay, that's kind of crazy. You got Kenneth Vogel, New York Times Kenneth Vogel.
Like, bro, I've never felt compelled, no matter how much enthusiasm I have or how ecstatic I am about something, I've never once slammed my chest and thrown my fucking arm straight out. You know? Have you ever wanted to do that? That's not, you don't just do that. He was just like, and then he fucking threw that elbow, you know? Bing!
The ADL, which recently hired Ballard Firm, the lobbying shop headed by one of Trump's top fundraisers, Brian Ballard, to develop practices and policies to counter the rise of anti-Semitism in the U.S., appears to be willing to give Trump's team the benefit of the doubt. That's kind of cool that the New York Times is also doing this kind of reporting on the ADL. This is not the treatment that you give an institution that operates inside of American boundaries at the behest of the Israeli government. 100%, by the way. I think the ADL also gets grants from the Knesset, if I'm not mistaken. The ADL might not, but it means that they're willing to actually, in an effort to, I guess, maybe be anti-Trump, they're willing to attack a institution that normally works alongside the State Department. Interesting. Under normal circumstances, I can't see the New York Times actually being butting heads or even doing this kind of reporting against the ADL. Usually they're the ones who actually take ADL research, no matter how silly that research might look like, no matter how bad its methodology is, and use it as a factually accurate in their reporting to beef up the fact that anti-Semitism is on the rise. This does not, of course, mean that anti-Semitism isn't on the rise. It is. But the ADL's reporting on the matter conflates actual anti-Semitic hate crimes with anti-Israel sentiment being expressed. That is the reason why the ADL's reporting shows that there is like a 7,000% increase in anti-Semitic hate crimes in the United States of America, because they openly changed their methodology to add any kind of anti-Israel sentiment as an anti-Semitic hate crime onto their surveys. The previous president of ADL, Abraham Foxman, director emeritus of ADL, has...
All right, fuck that. Moving on.
On the weekends, I like to take a look at other content creators' videos and give my opinion on them, mainly people who are from...
We're catching up on some minutes of horror. These creepy TikTok videos expose something massive.
TikTok. But before we do go ahead and get into that, I do have to...
Uh-oh! Blue stuff! Blue stuff surviving fire!
Ask, are the so-called powers that be Are they running some kind of psyop on us, some kind of mind game when it comes to the fires in California? So why do I ask that? I ask that because there was a big quote-unquote conspiracy theory, because everything is a conspiracy theory to them anyway, but there was a big quote-unquote conspiracy theory that only blue things survived the fires in Maui. People were putting two and two together. They were connecting the dots back to lasers, saying that certain frequencies could not affect the color blue. This is why, again, nothing blue was damaged in Maui. People were even pointing out that cars that were blue and homes with a blue roof were not damaged by the fires. This was a very big thing that was going around, to the point that news and media had to step in and release the fact checkers to let us know that anything blue that was unharmed in these fires was just a coincidence. Because to a lot of people, the color blue was an indicator that we were not dealing with a normal fire in Maui. Flash forward to the fires in Los Angeles and tell me, why is news and media showing us multiple times blue items, specifically blue items that survived these fires? They know, like I said, that this is a very hot topic going back to the fires in Maui. So it's like they are mocking us.
So we found the house, and you walk up the front path to the steps, those blue ceramic bowls that are still there, but there's nothing else. The entire house seems to have collapsed in on itself. That, I presume, was the basement. This is what Lori will have to return to when she's finally allowed back home. And here in Southern California, things very likely could get even worse.
It's the photo that's become a symbol of hope amid LA's devastating wildfires. This Malibu neighborhood was just about entirely wiped out, yet amid the rubble, a lone bright blue Volkswagen van from the 1970s somehow remains virtually untouched. The van belongs to surfboard designer Megan Weintraub, who was surfing with friends in Malibu just before the fire laid waste to the county. Megan parked the 1977 VW Type 2 van on the side of the road, little realizing the horror that was about to hit. Look at the photo. Nearly everything is reduced to rubble, except for that disco-era van. And here is the van today, parked in the exact same spot where Megan left it when she heeded the order to evacuate. She can't come back for it yet because the neighborhood is still closed to the public. We spoke with Megan and her friend, Preston Martin, who was with Megan when they went surfing.
One of my neighbors sent me the photo, like, Megan, is that your blue bus? And I'm like, oh, I don't know how it survived. And it was like the light in the darkness of all this insanity.
To have a little glimmer of hope of this bright blue VW bus against the backdrop of charred houses it's sad and it's scary, but it's also beautiful.
Multiple news and media outlets, they are running the story of John Goodman's home being burned down in Los Angeles, and look at the photo they are all using. They are all using the exact same photo. One blue bin that has not been touched by the fires, perfectly put in frame of the camera. I feel like it was placed there directly after the fire for a photo op, once again, just to mock people who had this talking point from the Maui fires. There are multiple other news reports involving these fires in Los Angeles where blue items that were not damaged by these fires appear in front of the camera, again, like they're perfectly placed there for us to see them. They know how these fires started, the multiple reasons why these fires started, and now it's become a mind game. Now it's become mockery, showing us and telling us about these blue items. But talking about what's intentional and what's not intentional, take a look at this video by Grace Unfiltered on TikTok and let me know your thoughts about what's being built directly after these fires in Los Angeles.
I'm not saying this was intentional, and I'm not saying that they made this happen, but I'll let you decide. This is for informational purposes only.
Yeah, right? The van feels like it is kind of feeling like they're fucking with us now.
Have you actually looked at the blueprint on where they want to put the speed
They drove that bitch in. It's mind game.
railway in California? It looks almost identical where the fires are. Coincidence? You be the judge. So we have two images here. Over here, this is the blueprint of where the railway system, the speed train, is supposed to go through the state of California, okay? It passes through all those areas which are currently on fire. Over here, it's showing all of the affected areas that are currently burning or have been part of the mess that's been going on. It looks almost identical. I'm not saying that it was intentional, and I'm not saying that it was a plan. That's not what I'm saying. But what I am saying is that it looks very convenient.
For YouTube purposes only, I'm not saying this is why the fires were started, but if this is why the fires were started, then the smart city would be only one of many reasons, because again, we cannot take things like the tunnels and certain evidence off the table either. So we are looking at a two birds, one stone situation. In this next disturbing video, talking about tunnels, this individual, Derek Debbie from Kentucky, heard something pretty interesting coming from beneath the ground.
I have no idea what's going on, but listen to this. There's something under the ground, and it sounds like it's about to bust out.
The helicopter under the ground?
It's over here in the field. I've never heard nothing like it.
I have no idea what that sound could be, but it does sound like something is being operated from beneath the ground. Somebody also left a good comment by saying this is Kentucky. What he might be hearing
The mole people are coming.
is the New Madrid fault line, which would be very, very terrifying given the fact that the New Madrid fault line happens to be very, very active. But again, to me anyway, this sounds like some kind of machinery. This next video comes from the paranormal chick on TikTok, and this individual in Kansas notices a pretty similar situation.
I recently posted a video of mysterious underground tunneling that was captured in Kentucky. We'll take a look at this video. This is from Baja Western Wear out of Kansas on January 14th, 2025. She walked out of her barn and noticed something odd with her metal fencing. What appears to be vibrations running all along it. It was literally vibrating as if there was something happening underground causing the metal fence to vibrate. But the question is what is causing this? Is there something happening below our feet? Take a look at this video and tell me what you think.
Like, this has got to be them fucking with the Schumann resonance, right? They're trying to, like, fuck up Gaia's frequency. Yeah, dude, I was thinking the same. Why didn't they ask that chick how she escaped without her van? What? You just left?
More and more people are recording these booms being heard in the sky. Now, they do believe it's coming from the sky, but is it possible that these booms are originating from underground? These booms captured in this next video were captured in Tennessee.
What are these pucks up to?
There are people in the comment section of this video saying this could possibly be connected to tunnels. This interesting news report came out of North Carolina on January 13th.
Wow, that was the sound heard across 2 different counties in our area last night. Dozens of people in Wayne and Johnston counties sounded off on social media, asking questions about the loud boom they say even shook their homes. WRL's Heidi Kirk set out to find out the cause.
A sound that will make your heart drop. Only captured on this security camera footage in Johnston County shared with us. We drove east from Raleigh to find out what caused it.
Sounded to me like something fell.
Everyone has a theory, including Walter Vaughn, who lives in a quiet neighborhood in Goldsboro.
My granddaughter and daughter both said it shook their beds while they were, laying in them.
He tells us the sound was followed by sirens. He thought maybe a car wreck on the highway nearby.
And I could hear fire trucks, ambulances, just sirens all coming on 581.
A coincidence? He's not sure.
Now, some people reached out to us and asked if this could be related to a small house fire that happened here in Wayne County last night. We reached out to Wayne County officials and they say that's not the case.
But they also didn't have an answer for us about what it was. Some of you asked, what about a sound from Seymour Johnson Air Force Base? We reached out to them too, asking about one other theory, that it could have been a sonic boom. In a statement, a spokesperson for the Air Force Base said that they did have training flights yesterday, but none of the aircraft generated the speeds necessary to create a loud boom. Others say, what about a gunshot, firework, or other type of explosion? So far, nothing points to those either. So for now, we'll keep asking those questions, the same ones that Vaughn has too.
Why doesn't anybody know about it or what happened?
Outside of these strange and unexplained noises being heard in the skies or below the ground,
oh no, our lizard brother
are still witnessing strange sightings. In this next disturbing video, what happened to all the talk of drones and orbs?
Yeah, dude, Alev, start digging, boy. You got to figure out what this shit is if you're so close.
The news has become very silent on the topic, but like I said, people are still witnessing very strange sightings in the skies. This next video from Moon Henry on TikTok is pretty interesting because if you have not heard, SpaceX Ship 33 had exploded, and Moon Henry goes over this, but we have been hearing a lot of interesting news lately involving the number 33.
Am I the only person who's not really buying the story? Let me show you why. So let's start with the fact that it was ship 33 that had the issue, apparently. Out of all ships, ship 33. In every single angle of the video we have, we see it going with the horizon and not going up and down vertically. All the vertical tapes were people holding their camera the opposite way, like you can see right here. But what if I told you we've been seeing this exact type situation every month for a few months now? Like for instance, this was the one that happened about 1 month ago and they deemed it not a meteor shower, and it happened when all the crazy stuff was happening in the northeast United States, if you get what I'm talking about. Further, do you remember this type of stuff always popping up in the sky? Well, after Starlink came out, they claimed that every single one of these was just Starlink, even though it started happening way before Starlink. All over the place. Then we had people coming out saying, oh, there's whole fleets of interdimensional creatures on the way to Earth. So I mean, is this really ship 33 going straight with horizon? Oh, it's so fast and gravity will stay up. I doubt it. Plus, keeping the same color the entire time without dimming out. And
what is this shit, dude?
By the way, did you know that spiritual things make humans act funny? At the same exact time, a few cars drove off the bridge. A few cars off the bridge in Washington, D.C. Again, same time. Not to mention having a full moon 4 days in a row. Look at this from the launch. Do you think that this would make it into space? It's layered up with aluminum foil.
Now, I do believe there are a lot of strange sightings in the sky that just get tossed aside as just Starlink, and a lot of these sightings look vastly different than the next, and people just want to say, oh, it's just Starlink. Like Moon Henry states, many of these sightings we see in the skies go well before Starlink even existed. And what is up with the number 33? We know what group the number 33 is connected to, but it has been featured in a lot of news stories lately, a lot of strange news stories. Remember that story I covered a couple days ago where that HVAC worker walked into that apartment discovering guns, explosives, firefighter and police outfits, badges, and so forth, and that building just happened to be 533, 33rd building. Then a couple days ago, we had Hamas releasing exactly 33 hostages. Remember that other story of the Rothschild who passed away in that house fire, and it took exactly 33 minutes to put out the fire. The number 33 has been attached to so many strange and bizarre news stories lately, and again, we know who this number is attached to. This next video comes from the paranormal chick on TikTok, and you can see a very strange drone in the sky, and it's emitting a very strange noise. And this kind of plays into my previous segment with these mysterious booms in the skies. Is it very possible that these drones and orbs are making these booms?
The following video is from a man named Sean. His sister recorded this in Pennsylvania, and what it appears to be is a massive SUV-sized UFO or drone in the sky, but it's the sound that it's emitting. It almost makes you wonder, is this the cause of some of the sounds that we hear out in the sky? Some sound like trumpets, some sound like sonic booms and vibrations. Take a look at this and tell me what you think.
Oh my God. Oh my God, I can't believe this.
This next video comes from Glitter Beauties on TikTok, which actually shows a drone flipping as it's moving throughout the sky.
Hi guys, so I am going to show you an insane video today of something that happened last night. So it's insane to me. Last night I was walking my dog per usual, and I could see the planes, and I don't know if you guys notice, but last night was a full moon. We had extremely clear, beautiful skies, at least in New Jersey. It was so clear, it was beautiful. So I'm walking my dog and I could see, I think there was like 2 planes flying below the moon. They were just chugging along in a straight line, doing their normal blinking pattern. All of a sudden, I see one
party like a Rothschild.
small object blinking extremely erratic. I have talked to you guys about these objects before. I believe that these are orbs. So I immediately go to grab my phone. The first thing that I noticed was that this object was extremely high up in the sky. It was way, way, way up above the moon, and it was so fast compared to the airplanes. So I start filming it. I could see that it was changing to all of these crazy colors: yellow, orange, red, electric blue, hot pink, lavender.
Oh, Rich, are you talking about the Nazi salute that Elon did? Oh my god. It was amazing, right? I mean, they're just fully out, right? They're showing their full power.
It was insane. So I'm filming it. When I watched the footage back, it's when I realized that this thing, this orb or whatever it was, tumbles. It does a little flip forward twice. It literally tumbles in the sky. Okay, I'm gonna show you guys the video. You will see it. You're gonna see it go extremely fast, extremely high, way up above the moon, and then you're gonna see it take a little tumble and go down, and then it's gonna follow that path down, and it's gonna go behind a tree. So I'm going to show you guys that video first in real time, how it happened. Then the second time I am going to show you the video again, but I'm going to slow it down so that you can see it in slow motion. I am then going to show you the video a third time, and the third time I am going to go back and forth in the video to show you the things that I noticed that were just unexplainable. I am also going to show you a video of an airplane. For those of you that always say, oh, it's an airplane, and because the cell phone distorts the light, that's what you're seeing. Well, I have so many videos of airplanes, helicopters, and they have never looked like this on a cell phone. Even with how crappy the iPhones are, even with the light distortions, you still can see their pattern when they blink, and you can see the light doesn't change color, and they definitely don't tumble down. So I am going to show you guys the video now. Let me know what you think. Okay, bye. Vertical is so high. I can't even see it. It's so fast. There's a plane above me now. That wasn't a plane, that made no noise, and it was way up there above the moon, and there was 2 planes going under it, but it was like up here, like all the way above the moon and going extremely fast. Vertical is so high. I can't even see it.
Eventually pausing, and they've got a telescope out, zoomed in with their iPhone 15 Pro attached to it, and they caught this. Look at this, right? Unbelievable. It almost resembles the strange phenomena that we saw a little while ago, but there's a giant discussion behind what this could possibly be. I'll put a link in the description below, right? Look at that. It's almost like you're looking at something through water. The way the distortion is. Apparently this thing kind of hovered around for a little while and then disappeared. Unbelievable. Beautiful coloration. I mean, there's a lot of theories going around between a lens distortion, between looking at a star through a telescope, and it kind of gives this strange warped effect. A lot of people saying this is Sirius, a lot of people saying this is an angel, a drone, but the description alone from OP that described this object moving prior and then kind of holding face, like we've seen with multiple UAP sightings, and then it eventually started moving again very slowly and then vanished. Kind of throws a few question marks up in my head. I don't know. You guys check the link out below, have a little read and a discussion, and kind of let me know your thoughts. But I thought this was incredible.
Rich, I think we started watching it at 2 hours, right around then. Cause I did a Skitter store ad at 8, so probably about 2 hours in.
Or either way, and a very beautiful sighting.
And that's when we started watching it. I think was right after.
Unbelievable coloration.
That definitely does not look like any star that I've seen before, and at times it almost looks like a humanoid growing out legs and walking. And what's even more bizarre is the person said that it was not stationary, it was moving before it decided to stay still. Thank you so much for watching. If you like this channel and you want to see...
Bro, wait, I just saw this. What happened
Unthinkable
to
and went on Reddit.
404?
Cum Nugget said Lex, Jake Weddle's girlfriend, Mr. Beast's biggest hater, Dogpack404, has completely abandoned the internet. Both of his YouTube channel and Twitter account lay dormant.
What the fuck? Yeah, where did he go?
That he's losing thousands of subs every month. But like, where did he go? I had to put on my detective boots and find out. So I did the unthinkable and went on Reddit. Cum Nugget said Lex, Jake Weddle's girlfriend, confirmed he is not making any more videos or content about Beast. He hasn't used social media since reposting CoffeeZilla's video in November. That's all we know.
Are you gonna sue Dogpack?
They got to him.
Well,
dude had a Vietnam flashback. I'd be scared of him too.
Baba Booey.
WestJet. What is up, Gradients and Canadians? WestJet 615, Venezuelan trillionaire here, and today we're talking about the disappearance of Dogpack404. Oh, and literally 0% of yours subscribe, so be sure to subscribe. Yeah. Personally, I don't think disappearing off the internet is the best strategic play. It makes you look more guilty than innocent, but I do understand his hesitation to come back. I wouldn't want to get sued by Mr. Beast either. Not gonna lie, I'm low-key kind of pissed. For the drama economy, this is bad. We were promised a part 3, but instead we got a deleted video and a complete incognito disappearance. Meanwhile, Mr. Beast is straight chilling. He's going on Theo Vaughn's podcast and it's going about as good as you think. Next episode, P. Diddy.
I'm just shocked that he got away with it this long. Like, wow. Now, Dogpack's video has 12 million views, but he only worked at Mr. Beast's company for 20 days. That's not a lot of time to get all your information.
Like, I guess, but I feel like Dogpack just took the perfect opportunity when Mr. Beast was already getting dragged through the mud because of the whole Chris Tyson shenanigans, if you could call it that.
Chris.
No, I mean, fucking Dogpack's work was pretty good. I feel like Dogpack got scared off.
I'm sorry, Jimmy. Chris, why would you do it? Jimmy, I just like him young.
I feel like the reason why people didn't call out Dogpack that much initially is because bro was violating his NDA and was willing to sacrifice it all, so people sort of automatically assumed the research was there and it was credible. And then we had Dogpack accuse Mr. Beast's kind of cousin of serious crimes, even though it wasn't even him. I think that was when his credibility tanked to 0. What happened to...
I don't know what this is. Where is Dogpack? Did they kill him though? Dude, I think we need some Bert Kreischer shit. Let's watch. What's this one? Unhinged JRE guest has a meltdown after losing debate.
It's unfortunate.
It is unfortunate.
When you get caught with your pants down, you're supposed to say, I got caught with my pants down.
Yeah.
That's what you're supposed to do.
Yeah.
It's the only, especially if you're public, it's very clear that you're incorrect.
Well, the irony of this situation is if he just kind of left it, it probably wouldn't have made anywhere close.
Oh, this is the guy who was clowning on what's his face? Billy Carson?
The splash.
Brent Kretschner. This one doesn't have Brent in it, though. I kind of want Brent, actually, yeah. Or at least Tom Segura. I feel like they go hand in hand, right? Brendan Schaub, that's one. Oh shit, here we go.
This could be
Brent Krenchner's Haters Are Getting Louder, featuring Shane Gillis. All right, this is the one we're gonna watch. We'll probably wrap up after this. I'm kind of tired.
He's leaving a Bert Kreischer story. Bert's a fucking savage. He's an animal. He's cackling like a girl right now.
Whoops.
Now he can't
That
contain
doesn't mean
himself.
anything. He always does that.
The only thing that makes me think it's not bird is it says once.
For most of us, we've become accustomed to Bert Kreischer in his natural habitat, either on Two Bears One Cave, Bertcast, or Something's Burning. And if you've been following this channel for long enough, you will have witnessed the forensic examination of his ongoing downfall from beloved teddy bear comedian to bloated alcoholic lolcow. But every now and then, Bert ventures out onto another podcast or show to annoy the absolute shit out of somebody else's audience. This time around, he went on Story Wars with Shane Gillis, which is hosted by Lewis, Big J, and Dave Smith from Legion of Skanks. If you're not familiar with the show, each panelist submits some stories to the producers beforehand, and then they bring up the stories on the big screen, and the panelists have to guess which story happened to who. And I gotta say, the response in the comment section to Bert's appearance was crazy. Can someone on Bert's team tell him to stop screeching into the microphone? It literally kills people's smile in the room. If Bert could not do the annoying high-pitched laugh directly into the microphone, the world would be a better place. Can Bert please put his mic away from his face when he's laughing? Bert sounds like he's deflating. They needed Shane on this show so people wouldn't skip because of Bert. Well, I thought the stories had to be real with no embellishments. Why is Bert here? Dear Story Warriors, I'll be watching in spite of, not because of, one Bert Kreischer. The algorithm won't be able to tell, but at least you'll know in your heart. Sorry guys, I can't finish watching. Bert's pig squeal is just too much for me to handle. So now, basically everywhere Bert goes, his haters follow him around. And honestly, it couldn't have happened to a nicer guy. But stick around because I'm going to show you the cringiest bits from that episode of Story Wars, especially the part where he goes off on Shane Gillis for revealing that his dad's a lawyer. And I'm also going to go over a couple of clips from this week's Two Bears One Cave where Tom and Bert spit absolute bullshit from their mouths. It's basically becoming a weekly cope session for the two of them as they learn to deal with the world of hate that they've created for themselves. And then towards the end, I'll show you a clip from the latest JRE episode with Jelly Roll that basically explains what's wrong with the whole Austin comedy circle jerk. So stick around for that, but don't forget to check out the link in the description to my Patreon if you're interested in my longer form uncensored content. I just dropped a video on a new letter that was submitted to the court in Brendan Schaub's LOL suit, which could potentially expose Bupper's dodgy business practices. So go and check that out if you're interested. I'm also working on a video covering Red Band murdering on Kill Tony lately, and there's a bunch of other exclusive videos on there for you guys to get through. Otherwise, don't forget to subscribe right here on YouTube so you don't miss out on any of the action. Now let's get back to Bert squealing and howling into the mic and banging it on the table to get everybody's attention. Yeah. The funniest part of seeing Bert on other podcasts is how no one is prepared to call him out except for Joe Rogan. It's so obvious that the guys on the panel are getting annoyed by Bert's drunken antics, but they know that they can't call him out because he's one of Rogan's protected 250 comedy brats.
I don't think Lewis has kissed a girl that didn't suck earlier that day. This is not a crazy story for Lewis.
Lewis would never remember that she sucked another
every
dude's
kiss.
He would just be like, well, that's Thursday.
It's just something.
Bro.
Never more criminal of a story, guys. I mean, what do you want to say?
Lewis stops making out with chicks and he goes, no salt? Did you not suck a guy's dick earlier this day?
All right.
Land.
Final vote, Big J.
Final vote, Lewis.
Jay.
Bert Kreischer's story.
You know it. I'm the only sensitive boy on this fucking panel.
Brent.
At a party. I then later that night at 12:30 p.m. at his house made out with her, and I bragged about it Monday morning, only to
What are we even going to do, like, genuinely? It's all so insane already. Are you just talking about the state of the world, Fairy Flowers? Yeah, dude. I hate just waiting to react to the next crazy thing, you know? Yeah. I don't know. I don't know what to do. Right now, I feel like the right move is laughing at Brent Krenchner. But yeah, I've been thinking about that too. What the fuck do we do, buddy? I don't know. Trump's back.
Find out she has sucked at a 10:30. It was a tough pill to swallow, and yes, it was salty. But f it, that's a real story.
Wow. Wow, Bert Kreischer stealing round one.
The sweep. Bert does the sweep.
I can't wait for this fucking game. I came to play, motherfuckers.
Only Bert Kreischer could cop his buddy's sloppy seconds and then brag about it for the next 30 years. And in case you were wondering, that wasn't me who edited out the names of the people involved. Somebody needs to explain to Bert that he can't just name drop people in his stories. But wait for this one, just after Bert sat there and rattled off a bunch of names for absolutely no reason at all, he gets the shits at Shane for saying that his dad's a lawyer as if it's some massive secret.
You know what? This could easily be Jay. In your old fucking picking days?
It's not Jay. It's not Jay. He would have left her.
Oh. Although it does have to be a weak person.
Because they need help?
It's a girl. Or they're fucking a big dog. Who's the blackest one up here? Lewis. It's Lewis.
Damn it, I'm not being able to get reads on anybody right now.
I know, me either.
I thought it was Shane at first.
Hold on. Who's it definitely not? It's definitely not
Dave.
It's definitely not Shane.
Why?
It's definitely not Dave.
I don't fool around.
Dude, this fucking zooming background is making me fucking sick, right? It's like the cameras are both going opposing ways and it's like zooming in. It's like doing, you know, like what a dolly zoom is? It's supposed to make you feel super weird, and that's what this feels like. This shit. This whole fucking video is just this. Oh no, not the shake weight.
Now with this type of nasty stuff.
He's not going to pull the hooker out of the room.
It's not a hooker. We don't know that it's a hooker, guys.
On this hooker thing.
Nobody said a hooker.
You're calling your dad.
You're calling your dad.
I'm calling your dad.
You're calling your dad. My dad's a bottle cap salesman. Your dad's a lawyer. I'm not calling Hey Phil. Wake up.
Wait, you know what my dad does?
I've heard about it.
Would my...
Brent Krenchner's dad is a lawyer.
Is it a secret?
No.
I don't know.
Asshole.
Is it a secret? All right, delete that. My bad.
That's weird that he doesn't want everyone to know that his dad's a lawyer, right?
My next one's gonna be bad.
All right, we got to get our votes in, guys.
My friend's dad's a lawyer. It's my submission.
I don't know if Hitchcock invented it. I wonder.
Alex, if you doesn't put Bert twice in a row, you're literally fired. I'm sick of this.
Bert's brain is so fried at this point that he can't even remember all the times he's mentioned that his dad's a lawyer himself. And not just any lawyer, mind you.
My dad worked for the...
Oh, yeah. The effect was first conceived by Alfred Hitchcock during the filming of 1940's Rebecca. Cool. Oh, but he was unable to achieve the desired result. Some 18 years later, success came through Erman Roberts, a Paramount second-hand cameraman who devised the proper method for Hitchcock's film Vertigo. Yeah, it's a cool effect.
Includes this TED Talk.
My dad worked for the Church of Scientology when I was a kid.
Why?
Yeah.
What? He was a Scientologist?
No.
Oh.
But
he just worked for the church?
He worked for the church, worked for
Oh, your buddy referred to it as the Hitchcock zoom. That makes sense.
Ron Hubbard. Wow. He defended someone, so that like someone tried to escape from the church, and was like, "Hey man, they're horseshit or whatever." And my dad defended that person against the church, and won. And so then the church came and threw a bunch of money at him and was like, "Yo, we want you. Oh, anyone who can beat us." So I think my dad knew L. Ron Hubbard, met him, you know. But I remember him and my mom's a lot like. I mean, he was like, my dad was like, "Do not talk to anyone at these dinners."
My dad was a lawyer, so I thought you could be a lawyer, and that's it.
Yeah.
I was like, you be a lawyer. I can be a lawyer.
Yeah.
I was like, maybe.
Dude, imagine you as a lawyer.
I'd be a great.
You'd be a.
I'd be a great lawyer. He's so fun, dude. He's so funny, man.
Great lawyer.
Objection, Your Honor. Dude, I would.
Dude, you. Oh my God. Yeah, you defending me with no shirt on. It'd be fucking hilarious, dude.
Yeah, that was fucking weird. I have no idea why he tried to pull up Shane for mentioning that his dad's a lawyer. Tom and Bert are obsessed with trying to hide the fact that they both came from money. You can just imagine the fees his dad used to pull in from all of Scientology's lawsuits. He must have been a beast of a lawyer. But like I was saying earlier, Two Bears, One Cave has become a massive cope session for Tom and Bert. What used to be a couple of hours for their fans to switch off and have a laugh has now become their dumping ground for all their grievances and complaints with the world. In this episode, Tom was complaining that he's struggling to keep losing weight, even though he's upped his gym sessions and hired a personal chef to prepare all his meals for him. Then Bert went on this long tangent about how he loves to wear activewear around the house, just in case he wants to go for a walk or something. It's the type of conversation you'd expect to hear on a reality TV show of Desperate Housewives or a post on Brendan Schaub's wife's Instagram. And speaking of Instagram, it seems like Bert just can't get away from all the haters.
If I come up on Instagram, don't watch it. I don't want to watch it. I can't. If it's good or if it's bad, none of it can register with me. Yeah. I have to. I'm like, I literally am. I am like completely. I was just talking to someone about this weekend, where I was like, who was I talking to? I was like, if I allow the good to influence me, then I'll start looking for the good.
Yeah.
And then if I allow the bad to influence me, then I'll start looking for good to help me out with it. And it's just, it's like it's not worth it.
Yeah.
I was talking to someone and they were like, my therapist says it's identical to a relapse. Like when you get back into your comments, you're relapsing.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And I was like, oh yeah. So I don't do it. So if Leanne will just scroll, and if it's me, she loves me. So she'll go, oh, I wonder what this is. I go, don't. I'm in bed with her. And there's a video of me and you from back in the day. You know those pages that they're like, yeah. I wish there was a page dedicated to just Tom and Bert being funny. Yeah. And then it's like a good clip. I go, don't watch it. I don't want to watch it. She goes, what? It's funny. And I went, I know, but if I watch those, then I get excited and I start looking for those. And I don't want that. I don't watch anyone's clips. All I do look at is boat disasters and Puerto Rican guys getting their hair cut. Yeah. And she's like, okay, and then she goes to the next one.
Bert's on-again, off-again relationship with reading comments is fucking hilarious. It's so obvious that he watches all the clips and videos shitting on him and reads the comments. And it's funny how he pretends to ignore all the hate, yet he's also clued in to exactly what everybody thinks about him. The only thing funnier than Bert reading hate comments is him getting his staff to read them for him and to give him summaries. But it's one thing to get hate from the internet and an entirely other thing to get pushback from your buddies. I'll tie all of this together in a moment, but just take a look at this clip first and I'll pick it up straight after.
We're gonna have to give out 65 shirts. Have you run?
No, I haven't seen a pic of the smiles. Well, I caught one on video where it looked like someone was like, where is it, on Twitter or something?
The numbers on this?
Yeah.
That's insane.
A lot,
Dude, we can't afford 60.
Okay.
Rogan has an opportunity to do the funniest thing of all time.
No one's ever said that.
Rogan can just...
I'm just kidding.
Oh, Mark, you're wrong. The opportunity's there.
He hears it, he says it, he does it.
Okay, so Mark Norman's obviously a close friend of Joe Rogan, and he's just bantering with the guys on the panel. But we all know there's truth to every joke, and that's not the first time he's implied that Joe Rogan isn't funny.
Now, I'm obviously not a f***ing bomb expert, but I talked to one.
You should see your act.
He can't stop himself.
All right. Keep going.
But
Need some levity.
If you look at, it did need levity. If you look at the images of the building, if you look at the images of, I'm
not a bomb.
You're an animal. You're a f***ing animal. You can't be stopped.
So it's an open secret that Rogan's more famous than he is funny, and that's something that can be said about most of Joe's close friends, except for probably Mark and Shane. And seeing the reactions from everyone from both of those clips when Mark roasted Rogan tells you everything you need to know. It's like they're all trying to suppress their guilty laughs but can't help it, so it goes on for a little longer than it should. And when you think about it, it wouldn't have been as funny if Mark said that about anybody else. It's because it's about Rogan that makes it so good. I mean, that clip from the Legion of Skanks podcast where they're all sitting around with sheepish grins after Mark had the balls to say the quiet bit out loud, yeah, that's a fucking classic. It also tells me that most of these guys are up to speed on what everyone thinks about Rogan and his comedy brethren, and even though Rogan says he doesn't read comments or pay attention to any of the hate, there's no way that he doesn't know that he's basically a stand-up comedy meme at this point. That's why I think he's so sensitive when people joke about him bombing or not being funny. He gets super fucking defensive and then starts ranting about how dangerous social media is and how it's not real and it shouldn't be taken seriously, except when he's telling Jamie to pull up a bullshit tweet. But it's a similar situation.
Yo, look at this shit. These fucking Nazis, bro. The second salute. That's literally a perfect 45-degree angle. That's not up. That's not up. That's not waving. That is a straight up Nazi salute. Oh, man. I'm sick of seeing historical moments in my lifetime. That's what Fairy Flowers is saying, too. The smiling of the crowd is so Third Reich-ish. It's Fourth Reich-ish, buddy. Yeah, dude, look at their faces, bro. They're all like... They all know, bro. Yeah, their joy is my anxiety. Don't worry, guys. The ADL says that this was, in fact, not a Nazi salute. They would know. Isn't this shit crazy? Anyone else think that I'm wrong about the Nazi thing? So nuts. All right, let's get back to Brent Krenchner.
For Tom and Bert, they've always had an audience and fans who love their comedy, but because they're so close with Rogan and have regular spots on JRE, their fame is way bigger than their comedy.
I think I've changed in a lot of ways. Like, celebrity does affect you. You have access to things that you never would have had access to, and I think those are all cool. I'm watching it happen to our friends who are getting like ultra famous, and I'm watching them be uncomfortable with it, and it affecting them. But once it affects you, once you start dressing down to go on stage to seem relatable, like say you show up in a suit and then you go, yeah, but I got to go out in old sneakers and a stained shirt.
It's inauthentic.
Then it's inauthentic.
And the funny thing is, they're doing it to be authentic. They're like, this will make me seem like I'm the same guy, and it's contrived, and it's actually, you can go as far to say it is unethical, because you are completely manipulating people to think that you are something that you are not. And I know a dozen guys like this.
I know more guys like this than the other.
And the funny thing is, like, they're full of shit. These guys are full of shit. And people will sometimes like talk about these guys like, hey, look how nice this is. Like he's one of us. And he's like, no, he's not. He's manipulating you. He lies to you.
Manipulating you. Yeah.
It's nonsense.
The hypocrisy in that clip is off the fucking chain. Tom Segura, of all people, complaining about the inauthenticity of comedians. This is coming from the guy who had to delete a whole month of tweets last year after he had an airport meltdown over a bag check. Then he refused to answer how many cars he owns when he was on with Bobby Kelly. No other big comedian has struggled with their public image more than Tom Segura.
Guys, we're making changes to this show.
We are. Yeah.
We're making changes to this show.
So no previews at the top.
No previews at the top.
You're never going to cry or say you had the best night of your life.
Yep. I'm going to talk very grounded in every story. They won't be interesting. They're going to be just like it happened.
No exaggerations.
No, very minimal exaggeration. Did you hear that, guys?
Yeah.
I'm trying to tone down my laugh, too. All the things you don't like about me, I'm changing.
By the way, I've listened too. Look at this bare wrist.
He took an Uber X here.
I did.
I can't think of any old school comedian who had such a big backlash from their fans for becoming out of touch and bragging about their wealth to the point where they ended up lecturing their audience for being poor. And it all comes down to overexposure through podcasting. This is where I wanted to get to because as much as people like to deny it, this all comes back to Joe Rogan.
That's how I describe your club. I was like, it's the gym for the greatest comedians in the world, Tuesday through Thursday. And then the other greatest comedians in the world come and rent it from Friday to Sunday. I was like, it's crazy, dude. It's like no matter what day
you have
show
Kill
you
Tony, that's the anchor.
Every Monday.
Kill Tony is the anchor of comedy in the known universe. Everyone's like super woke and they want to let everyone else know that they're super woke. It's like a kind of thing you have to do. So you get ideologically captured. What Kill Tony makes you do is you have 1 minute. You have 1 minute.
Bro, everyone made nachos tonight? Dude, I want nachos too. I just got stuffed shells like a fucking idiot. Damn, do podcasts suck or something? Bro, I'm starting to think. Yeah.
And there's obviously no rules. By the time you get on stage, you've seen Cam go crazy. You've seen Hans Kim say some ridiculous shit. Maybe you've seen William Montgomery or Brian Holtz, but you've seen maniacs on stage killing. And so you got 1 minute, just crack. It's time to crack. So it sets a tone for comedy. But it's just go try to find your way. Don't try any tricks. Don't try to sneak in some ideological bullshit just because you think people are going to agree with you and like you more and clap and cheer and you're going to say something profound. Shut up. You got 1 minute. So that sets a tone for all the people coming up.
So real.
It's so real. It's one of the most important things that's ever happened to comedy.
Nobody's trying to impose their beliefs on you real quick. They're just trying to they got 60 seconds to get a fucking laugh.
Oh, fuck me dead. Where do I start? Okay, so for those of you who follow me on Patreon, you'll know I'm a big fan of Kill Tony. I watch every episode and I like that it's unpredictable and how Tony has the most fragile ego in Austin. Red Band's been dropping zingers lately and the whole thing is growing like crazy. I absolutely love it. Cam Patterson, Ari Matti, the guests are usually good. I love seeing people bomb and I love seeing people do well and get opportunities. But to say that Kill Tony is the anchor of comedy around the world is absolutely fucking wild. Like, that's got to be a top 5 Joe Rogan delusion right there. These guys are so caught up in the Austin comedy bubble that they think they're the next coming of Jesus. This is why guys like Tom, Burt, Brendan Schaub, Andrew Schultz, and Joe Rogan himself are getting so much backlash. The haters are no longer a minority anymore, and it all goes back to Rogan's podcast. For all those guys, the podcast has been the real anchor for their comedy careers. Joe used to get around 11 million listeners per episode before he went to Spotify. Now that number's obviously
Yo, 3 people made nachos tonight? Get the fuck out of here.
A lot lower, but when you do the math with hundreds of millions of listeners per month, it didn't matter how funny.
When I go to the grocery store tomorrow, I was supposed to go today and then I took a nap. I took a big ass nap and I'm ready to take another one. But tomorrow I'm going to the grocery store. I'm going to get my ass some nacho fixins, boys. Y'all inspired me.
these guys were. Even with a 1% conversion rate of listeners to comedy fans, that's still an incredible amount of comedy fans to sell tickets to. And with the millions of dollars a month that they bring in, it's allowed guys like Rogan to build a crazy comedy club and for Bert to employ full-time staff to promote and sell at arenas. And I'm not saying that they don't deserve it. If there's a demand and supply for something, then everything will work out however it's meant to work out. My issue is with the constant jerking off and fart sniffing, followed by all the complaining and punching down to their audience. The only thing worse than their greed is the constant self-congratulation. And that's why I think guys like Tom and Bert are so broken now. Even Andrew Schultz has been waxing lyrical about the dead internet theory and using it to cope with all the hate he's been getting since he screwed over his fans with his comedy special. They all got so famous off of Joe Rogan that they're having trouble coming to terms with the fact that everyone's figuring out that they're just not that funny. And I've said before that Tom Segura used to be one of my favorite comedians, but the money and fame has got into his head so badly that he hasn't been able to keep it up. Same with Schultz. He's had some pretty good sets before. I've even gone to see him live myself, but they're all doing too much now and they're not writing like they used to. Now it's all signing checks and investing their money, managing staff and several podcasts. The funny's dead now. So I think the haters are just going to grow more and more and get louder and louder now that people are realizing that it's all just one big circle jerk. Anyway, that's it from me. I hope you enjoyed this video. Make sure you hit
Coming down. All right, bro, watch. You gotta watch. Oh no, you gotta watch the vampire.
Hello, everyone. This is Running on Empty Food Review. Well, hello, ladies, gentlemen, and everyone watching. Welcome, one and all, to this newest edition of the Running on Empty Food Review series. I'm your host, the Report of the Week. Thank you for checking in. Perfection. There isn't many an opportunity where that word can even be used, especially in regards to what I review here on this channel. Utter perfection. Absolute perfection, right? The perfect meal. An elevated burger experience like no other. I don't think I've ever uttered those exact words ever before in this channel. But I just did. And you know why I just did? Because that's what Sonic said in the ad for their new Sonic Smasher. This might be it. This might finally be it. Perfection. Or it might be a horrible burger. I mean, I don't know. I have no idea. But let me tell you, Sonic is really playing this up with the release of their new Sonic Smasher. And they proclaim it is an elevated burger experience like no other. So if you thought you've had a burger, you've thought wrong. They took this burger, they smashed it in, and I guess that makes it really good. And it's elevated. I mean, this is it. This is the pinnacle, the zenith, probably of your life, honestly. You think about everything that's ever happened before in your entire life, all the good memories you've had, this is going to be, forget all of that. Every other good day you've ever had is going to be nothing compared to the Sonic Smasher. I mean, it's just going to be that good.
Sorry.
Yeah.
How was the vampire time? Hope it was great. Alright, boys. We're going to get out of here a little early today. I'm a little tie-tie. I'm going to lay on the couch and eat my food and probably pass out, fall asleep. But we're going to be back on Wednesday, boys. The lizard guy scared everyone. Yeah, he is pretty scary. I don't know if he does eat the food. I don't want to watch him eat any food. Alrighty, dudes, here we go. Ready to breathe? Alright, in through your nose. Hold. Out. Hold. In. Hold. Out. In. Hold. Out. Hold. In. Hold. Out. Hold. Last one. In. Hold. Out. All right, centering after the circus. That's what we need. Yeah, that inauguration was fucking exhausting, bro. Grounding the chaos. All right, everyone, sit back, close your eyes, and take a deep breath. Inhale through your nose. Take in all the absurdity of tonight's inauguration, and exhale through your mouth. Release any lingering confusion about Barron's impossible height. Picture the chaos of the night swirling around you like a tornado. The orange faces, the awkward speeches, the super soldier towering above them all, the Nazi salutes. Now imagine that tornado shrinking, smaller and smaller, until it's a tiny little dust devil you can hold in your hand. It's manageable, it's absurd, but it's small now. You've got this. Anchoring in humor. Feel the laughter from tonight, the absurd jokes, the ridiculous moments. Let it rise up in your chest, a warm golden light. That's the energy of connection and truth. Hold on to that. Imagine that golden light spreading from your chest, out to everyone watching the stream and into the world. Humor is rebellion. Humor is freedom. Tonight, you've used it to take your power back. Repeat after me silently or out loud. I laugh at the absurd. I rise above the chaos, and I align with truth and love. Connecting to source. Visualize a beam of light coming down from above, connecting to the top of your head. This is source energy. Pure, infinite, and aligned. Feel it washing over you, cleansing away the nonsense of the day. In this moment, you are fully connected. No orange guy, no super soldiers, no E-longs, no E-lung, that big old barrel chest of his. No circus of power can disrupt your flow. Expanding the grid. Picture a glowing web of light connecting everyone who watched tonight. This is the grid, alive, vibrant, and buzzing with truth. Feel your part in it. A note of light helping to wake the world up. I'm a spark in the grid. I see through the illusion. No gods, no masters, just vibes, boys. And Gaia. I work for Gaia for free. closing the circle. Take one last deep breath in. Hold it for a moment. And feel the energy you've cultivated tonight. Exhale and release it into the world, knowing it's bigger than you now. When you're ready, open your eyes and carry this alignment into the rest of your night. And remember, Barron may be tall, but your energy is infinite. Good night, everyone. Thanks, Thoth. You're pretty funny, buddy. Thanks, Mark Meditations. Thanks, everyone. Thanks, SpaceX. Thanks, Elon. We love you, buddy. We appreciate you so. Let's do it. Here we go. Night, night, everyone. Goodbye. I'll see you on Wednesday. Maybe we'll do some Tartaria shit or whatever. We can do a little throwback Thursday. Yeah, we kind of keep moving forward. And where are we going next to, boys? I guess we get. Well, let's revisit some more fucking Tartaria. On Wednesday, boys, we're gonna freaking watch. Oh, we'll watch some like My Lunch Break or something. We'll watch some old classic. We'll let Dad sit on ice for a while. Spiral up, nasty little dirty cups are gonna get out of the freaking earth. We're gonna beat their asses. Oh shit, I didn't unplug. We don't mess with you. Goodbye, lizards. Where is Eel? Oh, there we go. Oh my god, boys. I'm pretty sure we live in the Fourth Reich. What's up with that? Where is that freaking thing from Elon Musk? Oh, dude. Wait, someone recreated the egg drop thing with a real egg, and it was so funny. Wait, where is it? There we go. You told me this is an alien craft, but I don't know. I think they're goofing on me, boys. What's up with that? I see you come, I see you go. I said, all things pass. Let's freaking dance. And I say, oh no, sir, I must say you're wrong. Good night, my new witching boys. I'll see you on Wednesday. Where is Barron Trump? He told me. Look at this big man. He's just a big old guy. He grew up in a glass jar and was passed off to Trump so he could diddle him and make him fall in line. Barron Trump flying on those hovercrafts with Paul all over. He's cutting off faces. I'm missing some boys. We can't ever be serious. Let's freaking go. Oh, boys, here we go, boys. I don't know where the frick we're going, but maybe to Tartaria, boys. But we're not going with Elon. Goodbye, my Nancy lizard humping cuz we don't like ya. Dude, everyone's so pumped, right? Let's go, boys. I hate lizards. We're gonna eat them grilled or baked. Oh my god, here's the second salute by our boy Elon. He is weird and he's got a barrel chest and likes to do Nazi salutes. We don't fuck with you. Good night, witches. I'll see you on Wednesday. Oh my God, boys. I freaking love you too. I don't want to live in this world anymore with Trump. We gotta get these lizards out of all these fucking Tartarian buildings, boys. How do we take them back? If anyone's got any plans, let me know. Oh my God, he's so freaking orange, I just wanna rub his face off. Cause he's a reptilian man who was grown in a jar. Good night, minded witches. Hope you have. Oh man, look at Barron. He's looking cool in this video. Hey Barron, stand up. Show us. Are you 12 or 14 feet tall, buddy? We gotta know, bud. And, dude. Good night, Elonia Munsk, our new president-in-chief. J.D. Vance. Did everyone else remember that J.D. Vance was the vice president before today? Did everyone know? Wait, what hat? That Melania's outfit means something? Yeah, I'm sure. Well, definitely it's part of it is keeping Trump the fuck away from her face. All right, we'll investigate that on Wednesday. Good night, boys. I'll see you then. Adios. Ta-ta. This is the Unabomber signing off.